online posture. Okay. You wanted to tweet it there, it's tweeted. There you go. Okay. Where are
Well, in that case.
Something is happening.
What?
Oh, what?
Something's happening.
Away!
Something happening.
Hey,
Are we online?
somewhat online.
On what?
Somewhat online?
Yeah,
That's like
privately.
ain't exactly
Well,
clear.
in that case,
Man with a rat over there. Yes.
A little bit online, isn't that like being a little bit pregnant?
well, we can start by saying cheers.
Cheers.
And
love that
so much.
So much.
I'll begin that.
Well, you started early, didn't you?
Yeah. When you.
Just say it in Swedish. I won't understand it anyway.
Well, I started when you.
I know it doesn't stop me.
Well, you said to
Go
me
on.
yesterday.
Yes.
TMI. So.
Yes. Oh no, we're not getting into that now.
Well,
What?
you were the one that turned off the lights.
Yay!
Yay! We
Hi.
are live.
We're live.
If you only knew how hard it is to shut the fuck up. For me.
Okay.
Well, it's okay. Let's see if we is it online so we can.
Let's see
watch
if
it?
anybody watching gets it. This guy got it. Norway rat. Finish rat. Okay, there we go. All right.
Is it finished?
Yes. Yes.
Helicopter.
Moving right along.
Yes. Well, as I told you yesterday, puns are my thing. Oh look, we are online.
Great.
We have one viewer.
And that's probably them. Turn the sound down.
Yes,
We'll let go.
like that. I thought I'd just turn on the chat. Or have you started the chat?
I hear myself talking. There's
Uh,
noises
it's-
coming from my
Look,
face.
it's someone with a red face over there.
Okay, so we should recap. Who are we and why are we streaming and what is all this?
Hi everyone, this is Jay the Cat, the chairman of Furoween in Sweden, and yeah. Yep. Joining us here today are Uncle Kage from the United States of America.
All 50 of them.
Yes, or
50.
Okay.
Okay, Puerto Rico is kind of where it's still deciding.
yeah. We had some issues with the computers and stuff, but we'll see. If
Yeah, that never happens.
No, never. And we have not been late for anything on this call. Or have we? Let's just say that if we can, I'll just start the chat here so we can see if someone chat window.
And all one person's in
Yes.
the chat.
I'll just say hello.
All right, okay. Is there like what is the address for this? Why don't you tweet the address?
Yes.
And I will retweet it, and all of my American friends who are currently in the middle of their workday will not log in, but
Daniel here has promised us that we can save this, so we can show it later.
okay, that's good. That's good.
Oh, how fun that like two people on this convention that's sending us hello when they are sitting here.
Oh, actually, Tian Long has answered.
Oh,
He said 404 Asian not found. You guys need some Asians.
we have
Where?
in the comments.
Okay, so is there an address for this bullshit?
Please.
Furoween.
No, the actual address to get to the stream.
It's on YouTube, so you should.
Oh yes,
you
just go to YouTube. You'll
Yes,
find it.
we are everywhere. No, well, I guess he means that you can go into YouTube, search for Furoween, and then there's a live stream.
Let's try that. You talk about shit. I'll look in the.
I don't want to talk about shit. I can talk about the convention.
Okay, do that too. What's going on?
Uncle Kage is now looking at Swedish ads on YouTube.
Is that a Volvo?
This is the first actual real convention that is called Furoween. We've had it for like 5 or 6 years. I don't really remember. I think it was 5 years. But it started like a big meet, and now we're having a big big convention, but a cozy, nice convention. Lovely to see myself. Thank you,
No,
Fuzzy.
you never say that.
Well, I like to see myself.
I'll teach him. Don't worry. Okay, I'm
Does that come with
tweeting
age,
tweeting
or-
that comes out. Oh, that's the wrong tweet. I think that's a porn site. All right.
Yeah, well,
If you're watching this, we're sorry we're not naked. That's the other site. Go to the one I just tweeted. Sorry, where were we?
we're gonna say cheers.
Oh, right. Let's do that.
We can say cheers. We are online.
But shouldn't we say it in Swedish?
Skål.
Skål. Vi är online.
Skål. Ah, that sound. So, here we are in Sweden. It's really great that we are in Sweden with all the Swedish people because that's a wonderful place to have Swedish people. Sweden.
Yes. Have you tried some Swedish meatballs yet?
No. I
We
had
need to
a
fix that.
hamburger.
A Swedish hamburger.
Yeah.
Yes,
no,
this.
no, it was a hamburger.
Yeah. Debatable.
Listen. I drove 4 hours on a bus from Stockholm to Karlstad. I didn't see one IKEA. I don't think this is Sweden. I think they lied to me. I think this is like a village somewhere on the coast of Wales, because if you look at my badge, I happen to be number 6. Old people get that reference. The young people are like, what? Oh, fuck you all. Okay,
And
We
I'm
passed the
number
IKEA,
1.
but you slept.
that's number 1. Okay, I have to ask, who is number 2?
I don't know.
The new number 2.
Are you?
And I'm the third.
Who's number 1?
I didn't hear that.
No. Okay,
this
tell
is-
people what's going on.
Well, we are sitting here on stage and we're drinking wine and we're gonna talk a lot of bullshit, I guess.
Yeah.
And just have fun. And please go online and ask us some questions if you want.
Maybe
About-
you should go to the channel where we can actually see what they're saying.
It is
That's just the what?
that.
That's all there is?
Yes, and that's me and 2 others in this hallway on this in front of the stage.
Well, remember, Sweden is a very small country. It's not like the U.S. I heard they recently had the whole thing carpeted. So
The US or Sweden?
no, Sweden.
Ah,
It falls flat. We have to explain the joke. And what I have noticed, one of the biggest differences between Sweden and the United States is
Everything?
basically Ratty just hit the nail on it. Everything.
yeah.
You guys invented letters out of the blue just to add them to your alphabet strictly to fuck with us.
Of course.
Yeah, and then you got an O with 2 little dots over it. And then over here you have another O with 2 little dots over it. To me, they look exactly alike. Oh, no, this one's here and this one's at the end of the alphabet. Okay, what's the difference? Well, they don't have any difference in sound, but they mean different things.
Yeah.
You're fucking with me.
Yes.
That's all there
Of course.
is.
Of course we are. Why not?
Because we got nukes.
But if you go to Norway, they actually have a letter with a spike.
Is that the bork?
It's the same letter, I guess, as in Sweden, but we have to. Let me tell you a quite fascinating and funny story about an old bank that was in Sweden. And this is a true story. It was a bank in Sweden. It was called Götabanken. And it was G and this O with 2 dots.
G bork.
Yeah. And they thought they wanted to be more international. So they wanted to change their name. And this was like in the late 80s or something. So they removed, so it became GO, so Götabanken. So they had this big conference, press conference, and they asked this leader, the vice president or whatever it was.
23 minutes before somebody worked there. Okay, come on.
Yeah, and that's boring. I know. In this press conference, there was a journalist that said, "What are you doing?" Not the journalist, it was someone in the front of me here.
It's higher volume, less gain.
how is it going? Anyway, he asked,
Let's
why did you change your name? Well, we just wanted to be more, so everyone would know our name, and we just lost our tricks.
Excuse me.
He said that on the press conference.
He didn't bone up on his English, did he?
No. It became dead silent. But he didn't understand that he said that wrong.
It should have been a clue. Take it from an experienced stage performer. If everybody in the audience, suddenly their jaws fall open and they stare at you and there's no noise, change the subject.
Yeah.
Just don't, whatever you just said, don't say it again. I know. I've been there.
Should I tell? Oh, hello there. Welcome to the stream.
Yes.
I like
Phantom of the Call has arrived.
Yes.
Won't you hear to me? What will you do?
Has it gone that far that you're
I'm
starting
thinking
to
of the
sing?
Phantom of the Pulpit show from Eurofurds.
Should I tell the people when I told you about the stuff about the hotel that made you drop your jaw?
Yeah, why
Yes. Or, Ratty,
Huh?
not? Yes.
I think it's time. We need, yes.
This hotel has rats.
Yes. But don't tell anyone.
Hello, Ratty. This is Ratty, ladies and gentlemen.
Is he showing, by the way?
You can tell.
Well, I can just move him.
I gotta teach this guy. All right, all right.
No, yes, let's move.
We're frozen. Oh no.
Oh, there's Ratty.
Okay,
Yes.
that is it. Yep.
But
We're looking at Ratty in the past, you understand.
It is pretty. But a bit around.
yeah,
That's Ratty's butt. It's lovely.
it's all furry. Every time I hear that sound, I think, come in. That's Swedish for enter. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is an Austrian.
Oh,
Should
I-
Yes. You don't see that.
No.
Nobody sees what's happening.
no.
There's a reason.
No, I'll just. Oh, look at the time. No.
My God,
yes. Yay! Thank you.
People in other countries are like
Ratty,
3
yeah.
o'clock. That's right, it is.
Well, yesterday, I shocked Uncle Kage when I told them
You did.
about some strange rule in this hotel.
Yes, you
Well,
did.
it's not the hotel's rules; it's the Swedish government. It's like this. This convention is in one part of the hotel that doesn't have a bar today. So they have a bar in the restaurant on the other side of the hotel. But we cannot go through the hallway from where we are to the bar and buy some booze or alcoholic drinks and bring it back here inside.
It's not through the hall.
No, that's totally against the regulations. But you can go to the bar, but you can go inside to the bar as well. But when you buy the alcohol, you need to go outside the hotel and pass the outside pool and into this hallway, well, where we have the convention.
This tiny little room.
Yeah.
However, this is why he brought a scientist over, because you can use the principle of quantum mechanics. We can take a wine bottle and it can travel from the bar to this room without actually touching the intervening space. That's called tunneling.
We have some theories how to make the bottles come our way. I thought we talked about maybe throwing the wine bottles.
Yes, we could curl the bottle and have a person who's very good at catching
Yeah,
pick it up. We could put it on the ground and roll it.
yeah.
Apparently, the rule only says you cannot carry the wine.
And I said, Well, I know a few Brits, so they have lived their lives breaking the technicalities. So I thought that could work. But I actually don't know how these bottles came here. They were here.
Well, they started here.
Ah,
Yes,
oh,
when I walked in, they were sitting here, so
Yeah.
I don't know, they tunneled quantumly.
yeah. Well, Kaisis here asked if we could
Oh, hi,
use,
Kaisis.
use drone delivery. That could work. Why didn't we think about that?
You are completely destroying the science of quantum mechanics with your goddamn drones.
True.
Be mouthy.
Yeah. We'll just erase that.
Okay.
Let's see. Any other questions?
Ratchet. I would not kick him out of my bed for eating crackers. I don't know about you.
No.
He's just adorable.
Invite Ratty on stage.
What?
He should come say hi to the people.
He did.
Well, he has.
Wait a minute.
several
Are
times.
we actually streaming now?
Yes, we are. We are.
Oops. Sorry, I got a little confused. All right. Hello, Mr. Phantom. How are you?
Yes. I have a question.
You have a question? We have a question from the mysterious
Oh.
gentleman.
Come right over.
Shall we entertain?
I'm very good.
Oh, look, is he bringing gifts?
Now wait a minute. I was told that gift means marriage. In your language.
That too. Well,
Also
he
means poison.
And poison.
and
By the
poison.
way,
Marriage and
Phantom, you're not
Well,
visible on that side. You need to go around.
Oh yes, please.
Go over
Why
there,
not
and then you
sit
need to
down
sit
in
in
this
the
chair
space,
here?
yes.
There,
Yes,
now you're visible.
A gift is marriage and poison, but if you're gonna
Keep going.
propose
Background is.
to
Yes.
someone, you need to stand on one knee, and he didn't. So I think it's either poison or a gift.
Well, if I had the choice between marriage and poison, I think I would pick poison, honestly.
But in this Swedish,
Well,
apparently
same
it's the same
difference.
thing, so you have no choice.
Same thing.
But yeah, you're being tracked.
On to the gift giving.
Yeah, it's gift giving.
One does not simply visit Scandinavia without drinking mead. It is the drink of my people.
Valhalla.
It's the dream
Oh,
of God.
it's not mead, it's majod.
Yeah.
I like, oh, it's a port.
Yeah,
It's
it's pronounced yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah.
exactly.
Do you know what that means in French? We are
No.
not going there. We're not going there. Okay.
Everybody Google it.
Oh, wait, product of Denmark.
It's the closest I can
And we are in Sweden.
Yeah.
So all of Scandinavia, almost, not Iceland, but almost every country is from that bottle.
Valhalla Mjod. And it's got two very, very Viking-looking gentlemen toasting one another. They look extremely happy, having just invaded Britain and slaughtered a few Christians. Who cares? And because they know they're going to wind up in Valhalla, where the Mjod flows out of what?
Do they have
Yeah.
horns?
Yes. They have horns, and they're
They're
drinking from
not
horns.
Vikings, they're just an invention of the opera.
Okay, so these German operatic tenors are drinking their merit, and what?
Yeah.
Merit.
Yeah.
Merit?
Yeah.
Yerd.
Yeah.
What?
Good.
Sounds like a moose.
Yeah. It's not like it's very good.
Kage.
Yeah.
You can say monsieur, like in French.
I sound like I'm sneezing at this. All right.
Okay.
But I shall have to wait till that glass is empty, and then I shall try some of your Mjord. Yes.
Actually, I have small glass here
Oh,
for you afterwards,
okay, all right.
so you can try it if you want. Right now.
www.strag.no.
No.
No.
That's Norway for you.
Got it.
I
Okay.
just know.
It's okay. Produce of Denmark. All right, I'm going to set this down. Well, thank you very kindly, Mr. Half-Faced Burn Guy Phantom. That's very kind of you. You know, you should run for Congress in the United States. They're all
Yeah.
two-faced.
See
what I did there? That's it.
And I just realized he cannot run for president because he's not from the US.
Yes.
So yeah,
Actually, there's a follow-up to that. The concept of being two-faced has been thrown
I
at
thought you were a
Congress.
bitch then.
What?
A two-faced bitch.
Yes. Our President Abraham Lincoln, when he was still a congressman, was accused On the floor of Congress, another congressman jumped up and accused Mr. Lincoln of being two-faced. And Mr. Lincoln immediately responded, "If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one?" I respect that. Lincoln, people don't realize, Abraham, anytime you see movies of Abraham Lincoln, he's always very staid, and I am Abraham Lincoln, and I am very safe. Apparently, he was very clownish. He liked to be not serious about things, which is kind of an odd circumstance to be in if you're trying to prevent a civil war. But
My hand is kind of long.
yeah, kind of like that. I would have liked to have met Mr. Lincoln because I think we would have got along.
I'm not quite following along. People actually take American politics seriously.
We used to. Okay, they only take politics seriously when it's involving a war that we didn't start.
No, that's not true. You always take it seriously when there's somebody of a different presidential stature than the one you have been previously.
I didn't follow that.
Me neither.
Okay, but yes,
yes.
exactly. Thank you.
History. White presidents, a lot. Female presidents, none. Black presidents, one.
Anyway, where were we?
We got a question.
Oh, what is the question? Is it from Kaisis Dario?
No, it's from Guilty Drake or
Guilty
Drake.
Drake. Guilty Drake.
Uncle Kage.
Guilty
you
Drake.
have
Why
to
aren't you
try-
at work?
Uncle Kage, why you have to try some wine here in Catalonia. I'm sure you'll enjoy them.
Guilty Drake is in Catalonia.
Yes, it seems so. Yes.
I wish you well, my friend. I hope everything's okay. Leave it at that. Later, we'll talk about that later. Okay, I'll try some wine from Catalonia when things settle down.
So yeah.
Yes,
I forgot what I was going to say. Continue.
it could not have been important.
No.
We'll keep talking about the beer here. This is very heavy. Is it like
The bottomless ceramic.
Oh, okay. I thought it was very dense, like mercury or something.
Hello, Cell Dragon.
Hello.
And hello, Gummibjorn.
Oh,
Hello.
hello, Gummibjorn.
And Guilty Drake says thank you.
De nada. Yes, I've known Gummibjorn since the day we met. It's amazing. He's a wonderful, wonderful fellow. That made sense in my mind. I don't know about you.
Cheers, Gummibjorn.
Yes, cheers to you.
You know him since you met him. That's good.
Gummibjorn was sitting he's very, very staid and quiet and polite gentleman. And he was sitting at the bar at Eurofurence. And I sat down to talk with him. We wound up talking for like an hour because he kept buying wine. So that's how you do it. But he's a lovely fellow. I love you to pieces.
I can tell the viewers and all the ones that
Yes,
sit
all
here.
12 of the people in the room.
Yeah, I don't know how many that we have in the chat.
As many
you should
as
see.
Yeah,
12.
we have people in the chat.
Yeah, peace. Is 12. That we or me actually gave Uncle Kage when he departed from the bus a local Swedish wine to say welcome to Sweden, and he enjoyed it quite a lot.
Lots of it. I enjoyed lots of it, quite a lot.
So it's your favorite brand of wine. It's Lots then.
No, my favorite wine is the one that's in my hand at any given time. So this is currently
Can't
my
argue
favorite.
with that.
Let's see.
Now this, most people know that I like German Rieslings. This is an Austrian Riesling. It's not bad. It's not awful, but it's what they have. And since it's what they have, and since what is in my hand, I'm going to drink it. But if I was in Eurofurence, for example, I would tell them, no, don't, because Germans are very sensitive. They already know what happens when you let an Austrian in. So you got
Well, don't
made you
discuss.
speechless, didn't I?
Don't talk about this history, I guess.
Why?
Oh, look, we got a question.
Oh, hello, Mr. Oh, it is that very distinguished gentleman that I honestly thought he wasn't a furry because he looks too handsome. So,
Well,
yes,
I'm an actor, so that explains it.
that does explain. But I've seen you in anything.
Maybe.
Yes.
You see him
My
there.
question, however, is have you tried any Swedish beer or whiskey?
Okay, it is an honest question. My honest answer is no, but it is only because I do not drink beer or whiskey.
Right.
I limit myself only to wine. No beer, no whiskey, no vodka, no water, no fruit juice, just wine. Yes.
Ready? Thank you.
I need a rat like that.
It's
Okay.
he's mine.
In my country, you do that, Ratty, and the rat's like, yeah, yourself.
Didn't you see the video, the promo video of Furoween? He's mine. He went into my room.
Rats are shy, isn't that cute?
Thank you very
No,
much.
it's not.
I'm sharing a room with him, and he doesn't do this with me.
Have any photos? Would you like to buy some?
What's the price?
In krona or dollars?
In whatever coinage you find more comfortable.
Ethanol. He's just so cute.
Yeah.
You never stay mad at this face. You can spread the plague in my country all you want. You're just so adorable.
Oh, yeah. So, cheers. Let's see if we've got any questions. Hope you guys get a lot of fun at the con. Yes, Cell Dragon. I
If we
think
don't, it's his fault.
It is, it is. We're not that late on the things that we do. I think it was only
Fashionably late.
6 hours late until the con ops open, so I think that's kind of okay.
They had a problem hanging up the con ops sign. It kept falling down. And they couldn't open ops until the sign was hung up.
No, and then we took it the other way around, so it was
Ops gone.
Yeah.
That worked.
sort of.
That must mean something in Swedish. Ops gone.
No, it almost sounded like a part of Sweden though. Almost.
Yes, I come from Opscon. It's just north of Karlstad.
The really south of Sweden is called Skåne. Almost like. Oh, sorry. Oh. Could please someone get a towel? Ready?
Get a sponge. Because you're going to have to squeeze that back in your glass. That's alcohol abuse.
Ratty will give you a sponge bath. Or
Okay, suddenly I'm not as upset.
let's say something.
What does that sound?
Someone didn't turn off their phone.
Or is strangling a duck. Thank you very much, Fred. You're very kind, except it's already soaked into the hair of my leg.
Well, to all the viewers and Uncle Kage, I am sorry. I am
Drunk.
Yeah.
He's a lightweight.
Not really. But in
I deposited some on the floor, as you can pick them up.
yeah, well, that's okay.
Yes, you did. You made a pattern on this. Rather adorable.
It's art. Maybe you could sell it. It's red art.
Rat out.
Almost like no, I don't say that.
No, be careful.
no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, I'm reminded, in Germany, I learned this one of the first years I was in your France. The building where the local government meets to make decisions about the city is called a rat house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just thought that was amazing. It was perfect. Yeah, where does the government meet? A rat house.
Yes. My favorite house.
Yeah. And it's got like little tubes you can run through and climb, and a wheel at the back you can run around in. I just picture German politicians in this wheel running.
And they all eat fondue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melted cheese for those that don't know that.
French. Qui parle français ici? Quelqu'un parle français? Non?
Je ne parle français pas.
Va tout faire foutre.
Je ne parle français pas.
Très bien. Okay, where were we?
We are in Sweden.
I knew that.
I think you should speak Swedish to annoy half the world.
I can. I've been practicing my one phrase of Swedish.
Uncle Kage actually has a phrase on his phone.
Yeah, but they didn't seem to understand that.
Nah, that's
Can I please get another bottle of wine?
I'm still learning that one. But I've gotten as far as you're in Doom Americone.
Oh my god.
So is they end up hanging the sign or the poor craftsman that
I
failed.
gotta teach
for-
this guy how to do this. You need glasses. I
Yeah.
can read it.
But I had
Maybe the
glasses
opera
yesterday.
should
I
read
forgot.
it in bottom line.
No, book. I actually don't see what it says. So since they end up hanging the sign or the poor craftsman that failed for so long, did they end up hanging the sign? Sorry.
Oh yes, well, it
Uh,
was a staff member. Now you must remember these staff members of conventions are the absolute salt of the earth. They're wonderful, wonderful people, and you must never fault them because they're trying very hard, getting themselves worked up into a stressful fit, even taking their own holiday time off so you all can have fun. Remember that. So when you see somebody whose badge says staff, make sure to thank them because we wouldn't be here without them.
Thank you, Uncle Kage. That's,
I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the other guy.
well, it says that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm only the
Just all
chairman,
you are.
so I really just hang around in the stuff and don't do anything, or do I?
The chairman's job of any convention is to run around in a frantic panic and attract everybody's attention. And while they're watching the chairman panicking, the staff will actually fix what's wrong because nobody's bothering.
That actually happened.
It's true. I'm telling you, I'm
Just
not
before this-
joking. That's
Just
real.
before the stream, it happened. Yeah.
Oh, we have a query.
Okay,
Oh.
so here in Sweden, you have to be of certain age to go into bar in general, even on the day.
I would think so. Yes, you
Yeah,
have to be of a
but,
certain age to go to a bar.
A couple of years ago, I was in England, and I got to know that you can have kids there until like 10 p.m. What is more responsible? Not have kids there at all, or make sure you have your kids there and you can keep your eye on them while you're drinking?
The responsible thing is not to have kids at all because they're disgusting and dirty and make noise.
Yes.
But if you must take them to a bar, please shackle them in the back, in the car park or something, so that they cannot bother the other patrons.
But please
And
not on
remember to
camera.
gag them.
And here I thought the most responsible thing is to teach them how to drink properly.
I guess you could do that too. Yeah, it's an idea. We'll run that by the committee.
But I'm gonna ask our friendly guest up on stage. Would you like to help Furoween with something? Sure. Would you kindly go to our friendly Asian staff member and help him find the gifts that we have made for Uncle Kage?
Gifts.
I don't know if I like that gesture. I
think
Everybody's
that,
going.
I think it's in the first account.
I'll stick with the yeah. Thank you very much.
We forgot that. We forgot
This
the
is so
mute.
cute.
It, it's nothing dangerous.
Hopefully it's
Well,
legal
that's
in
a
your
relief.
state.
Thank you. I'm glad you're not giving me something deadly. How sweet of
No,
you.
of course not. No, we're actually wanted you to try some Swedish candy.
You know, the Singaporeans tried this on me. I was on to them. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
I have tried Singaporean. Yeah, I know. It's not like that.
Yeah.
I guarantee it's most likely sweet.
Most likely sweet. What? Okay, I'm much relieved by this. It's most likely not going to make me vomit all over the chairman. How nice. All right.
You'll see when we're.
I don't think they even know what's going on. They're making this up.
No, actually, that is not true because it's me.
Almost not
that
true.
went
No,
to the
no,
store.
yeah.
It's the mule that went to the store and bought candy.
By the way, speaking of Sweden, as we were, you all are familiar with the Muppet Show, yes? The Muppet Show?
The Swedish chef.
What does he say in this country? I have to know.
Smoothie.
Yeah, but normally that's.
He sounds Norwegian.
I don't.
Oh, he's the Norwegian chef in this country, is he? Okay.
Sometimes he offends people when he calls you a dirty her.
Oh,
Dirty her.
I'll have to remember that. I'll try that at the airport.
Please don't.
Swedes are so polite.
You'll
I
probably
like
get that afterwards.
No, I grew up with the Swedish chef. Now, we all knew that Swedish people didn't actually talk like that, but it was fun and it was playful. But still, even today, 35 or so years later, when I listen to you all speak the beautiful language of Swedish, all I hear in the background is ears for speed, ears for bork, bork, bork. Sorry, it's
Let's just see here what we got some question here.
no more questions.
No,
Notice he
any
quickly changed the
chance?
subject. Oh, hello.
Cell Dragon says, any chance you will get Kage to tie glögg in?
No. No, the answer is no. The doctor says I'm getting far too much glögg later in my diet.
Yes.
I'll let this
Well,
gentleman.
we actually have some Swedish. This is the Asian
Hello.
crew member I told you
You
about
look
earlier.
Swedish.
He's Swasian.
Yes. Should we persuade him?
Now you count that in third person.
Well, actually, we have a non-alcoholic Christmas drink. That is, if in Sweden it's tradition to have it to Christmas. I know it's not Christmas yet, but
It's not even Halloween,
I
you
know.
bastard.
I know, but they have
Still in store.
yeah, they sell it earlier and earlier every year. So
Earlier and earlier.
yep. No. So we thought that it would be fun for Uncle Kage just to try because it's not non-alcoholic; it's just a soft drink, and it's called julmust. Or if you say it in more funny sense of way,
Christmas must.
It's a must. Then I
you
suppose I
must
must.
try it.
Okay, right. All right. Where is this?
So yes, we have another glass here. Yes. So we have it here in the bag.
That looks
see
like
if I can-
Coca-Cola.
Yes. Let's just show the audience here. It's
Why does it say apotek at the beginning?
it's Swedish for the pharmacist.
Yes, I know.
In the beginning,
I
they were
recognize that.
the only ones that were allowed to sell soft drinks. So
Yeah.
they started a brand called Apotek Arnes. So it's actually the pharmaceutical Arne. So yeah.
Great. Let's
yeah,
just get on with it then.
And it's
Julmust.
it's a Christmas Santa on it.
No, that is a stunted little troll on there that is apparently stealing the presents and the tree from
Yes.
some poor family's home.
And
Only it's another version of the Grinch.
It is.
Yeah,
It
you
is
can
a
say.
Swedish Grinch.
I
Switch.
almost like the.
Just pour the shit.
Yeah,
Let's find out what it tastes. I'm
I
not getting
just-
close
yeah,
to you when you
I'll
open
just
that.
do it, yeah, because this is highly carbonated.
Yeah, and
So I'll
oh,
just-
okay. Remember what happened on my
It
stream
could
to
be-
the Norwegian guy?
It could be an explosion, so
Excuse
hold
me,
on
I'm
to your
gonna
hats.
borrow this here.
Tell it.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah. We
We didn't die.
There we go.
Yay,
I
we're
have
sober.
years of practice, kids, so don't try this at home.
You know what occurred to me when he spilled that wine? There's a big thing with outlets on it down here, right underneath us. You should just.
Here we go.
All right.
So I'll put it on the
I'm
table.
telling you, dude, this is fucking Coca-Cola.
It looks like Coca-Cola. Yeah, I know. Or should we say a cola?
A
Not to say
Non-brand
just
called.
Cheers. Oh,
Smells like Dr. Pepper.
well, I have actually
Made
never
from
tried.
Furow's, is it?
I have never tried that one, so I'll see what it contains.
I'm telling you, it's Dr. Pepper. Shall I?
It's actually made from almost the same things like beer.
Read the ingredients list.
Yeah, thank you. Yes.
Will someone please help me translate them? Well, I can say carbonated water,
I got that.
sugar,
Yep.
coloring,
It's Coca-Cola. Go on.
natural humle,
Hops.
We
Hops.
hops.
hops
Hops.
aroma, and malt aroma.
Wait, hops. Are you telling me this is beer soda?
Yes, we are in Sweden,
I'll just take a sip.
and it's non-alcoholic. Although it says warning,
Excuse me. Keep reading that. I'd like to hear the rest of that, please.
But it's
No,
not,
no, I want to hear the rest of it.
it's not as bad as it sounds.
I don't
though.
care. I want to hear the
I
rest
have
of
never
it.
seen this actually.
Oh, Jesus.
I've had this for Christmas
Somebody call
every
the
year
American
since I was like
consulate, please.
this way, this high. Warning: over foaming occurs if you shake it. So it wasn't that bad.
So may contain rabies.
Perhaps.
What?
No, of course not.
Oh, fish.
So
Beer soda.
I think
We call
there's
that wussy
no
in my
one
country.
in Sweden that doesn't know what this is. No one.
No one who doesn't know what it is.
What is it?
Totally Swedish.
As long as you're from Sweden, I guess.
Beer soda. I mean, they should call it Broda.
Okay,
before-
I'd like to see a show of hands. Anybody here who knows exactly what this is, would you
Yeah.
kindly raise
Let
your
me
hand?
just do like this to them. The
Keep 'em
ones
up, keep 'em up.
from Sweden, hand up, 2 hands up that you know about.
Okay, people who are from Sweden who know what this is, who won't touch it, let me see your hands. Okay, only one man with taste. All right, we'll give it a go, shall we?
Oh, wait.
Well, I can tell you, this is a theory I've heard about julmust or must that is based from a beverage in Sweden
Called beer.
well, almost beer. But right now I've just forgotten the name.
I can't believe it's not beer.
There's a little
No.
tiny fly who, I might let him try it first. He's very interested.
Yeah, you see, even the flies love it.
But it does have some similarities to ginger ale.
Or oh, God, I hate when my brain is exactly. Thank you, Daniel.
What?
Slagdricka.
It's called slagdricka in Swedish.
Oh,
It's
sauerkraut.
No. It's a drink. I didn't say
Oh.
some German weird thing.
It tastes horrible.
But I think it's kind
You're
of
not
based-
helping his case, you know.
I like slagdricka, but that may be because
You're a Swede.
All right, okay, we're going to call this a case of spit or swallow. How many people think I'm going to spit it out? How many people think I will swallow? Okay.
yeah,
I feel-
99% said that he will.
I'm
swallow.
guessing somewhere in between.
Let's see what they say online then.
Well, online they know what I'm going to
drink.
Drink.
It's a furry in a bottle.
Red and
Says
sweet.
Gummidor.
What?
It's a furry in a bottle. Says Gummidor.
So it tastes like sweat.
And Cell Dragon says drink it.
I
All
think
right,
the
here we go.
audience has
Cheers.
spoken.
Yeah.
I'll just try it.
It's Dr. Pepper. It's Dr. Pepper that somebody poured some flat Budweiser into. That's what it is. Okay, I am now educated. Thank you very much.
Yes, well,
I do not
then
want to
you
spend
have tried
Christmas in
some
Sweden.
Swedish julmust.
I tried the yes.
We'll put it here.
And
I don't
I'm
know
not
if
going to
it's-
do it
can
again.
s-
Thank you very
Can
much.
someone say visible on
It was not disgusting. I'll
On
tell
the
you that.
screen?
It's not disgusting.
the bottle? Is it visible?
Had fur.
Annars kan
Oh,
vi
yeah, it is.
annars kan vi bara vrida den bakom.
No worries. I'll put that glass over there so we don't pour that out. So yeah, let's see what else in this goodie bag.
That they just bought from the store because they didn't
Um,
plan that this was going to happen. Okay.
Are you excited?
I don't know. Should I be?
Well, in that case, let's bring out some Swedish. Sweden is kind of famous of something, and that is the Swedish fika. And that is when you drink a coffee and you have to have something with your coffee. You have to have some pastry and stuff.
What's in this?
And
piece?
this is, in slang, it's called a vacuum cleaner.
So you're telling me it sucks?
Maybe in a good way. Well, we'll see what he thinks about
Before
this
you
Swedish-
open it,
Yes. You want
what's
to see
in
it?
it? Yes.
Yes. It's called. It's.
It's green.
Yes. And as it's in Sweden, it's with alcohol.
Okay, now I'm interested.
So let's just show the viewers here if they can see. what is this?
Punschwein.
Read the ingredients.
In Swedish it's called punschrullar or yeah, punch rolls. So what? It's let's see what it
I
says
trust
on it.
this guy. You got a comment? Well,
Yeah, the original ones were actually made of leftover from other pastries.
well, that's helpful. Thank you very much.
Could it be that's why they call vacuum cleaners then?
Possibly. I still think it's because they suck, but all right.
It's sugar first, of course, oatmeal, oils, coconut, shea. I don't know what shea is. Shea,
Sheep.
perhaps. Almonds, glucose,
Glucose is sugar.
cocoa powder, and some sorbitol.
Just give me the fucking thing.
aroms, tastings, and inverts sugar.
In other words, a lot of fucking
lot of
sugar
stuff.
that they're calling by different
Yeah, and
names. Take it from a
and
chemist.
it's an oatmeal mix dipped in chocolate and has.
It sounds revolting. Give me.
Well, let's see what he says. Well, do you want me to pick it out of
No,
the package?
no, I don't trust you. It's
Green thing?
I can only think of Invader Zim when I look at this. Okay, we shall attempt to devour your vacuum cleaner.
Yes.
Borrow this in case I don't.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's got alcohol in it.
Mhm.
How much?
Not much, but it doesn't say any.
Not a lot?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And more.
That's pretty good.
In that case, we can put it there. Then you can have it.
Well, I
in
was
your
going
room
to say,
then.
I'm not allowed to have any because it's good. Is that how it works?
No, you can have it up to your room, and you can eat.
The
all of it.
hotel will let me take it to the room?
Yeah, well, it's since you don't drink it.
Mm.
If you mix it up here, you cannot bring it to your room. Well, we have more. Let's have another.
Good.
Do you want to try another pastry or some candy?
You're the chairman, you tell me.
In that case, we'll take some candy. We have a biscuit in Sweden that is called kexchoklad, or let's see what they say. I actually think it's in English as well. No, it wasn't. Sorry, I was wrong. It was in German. And I don't read German, so I don't.
Jimmy.
You can have that there.
In German.
Filter something. You filter waffles.
Yes. Zulaten, Zucker, Weizenmehl, Vanish, Alte Fette, Planepan, Korn, Kokos, Magermilchpulver, Smulkenpulver, Milch, Cacao Butter, Vollmilchpulver, Cacao Mousse, it's smaller for some reason. Mannheim, Steamroller, is Gothenburg, Berlin, ich bin ein Berliner, and 25% Mindestens. I'm not getting enough Mindestens in my diet. I'm glad this has 25% of my U.S. daily allowance. All right, let's try it, shall we?
Let's just show them how it looks, like that.
It's a bag.
It's a bag with wafers with chocolate, and I guess some nougat creamings inside as well. Here you are. I thought about just buying some small
Kex.
because they have in all the really huge size or a really small size. So I bought a bag with small size. If you like them.
Oh, wait a minute. It says, by buying UTZ certified cocoa, Cloetta supports sustainable cocoa farming. I'll go with that. I wonder if it says UTZ. There is a actual baker in my home state of Pennsylvania called UTZ. I wonder if they're related.
I just
It
found
looks harmless enough.
Yeah.
There you go. A little dry.
Yeah. Have some wine.
I don't know. sort of sucks all the moisture out of your body.
Careful, guys, you will end up with the drunken, hyperactive American running around trying to drink or nail anything, says Gummibjörn.
He knows me. It does suck all of it. It's like
where
that
was
Star
the
Trek
downside of
episode where
this?
the thing sucks out all your water and you turn into a cube of salt. That's kind of what I feel like right now.
Should we try see how many in the audience likes this one before you say anything?
It's up to you.
How many likes ketchup in this
Guess
audience?
is that
How can you not like it?
I just wanted to
because it's 98% sugar and fat. Of course you're gonna like it.
let's yeah.
Ratty likes it. Okay.
Yeah,
Ratty likes it. I
and
like it.
that's yeah. So it was okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes.
Don't stand on ceremony on my
Yeah,
account.
we'll put that in the okay corner.
Yeah.
Let's have the. Well, we can have the one with. I don't think that's alcohol, but almost, I guess. This is
Polly.
Polly.
Polly
say
carrot
hello.
wafers.
They actually look like something else, but please, Kyle,
It
don't
looks
say
like
it.
chocolate covered droppings.
You said
Thank you. What's
it.
inside?
It's a not foam, skumgodis.
Marshmallow.
Yeah,
May also
chewy.
contain rabies.
Nougat.
A lot of sugar and this shea.
What is this rabies fixation?
I wonder if
Well,
it's
I mean, everything makes you foam. It kind of makes you wonder, you know.
if
I
everything
think
makes
this
you
whole
foam.
has rabies.
If something you eat makes you foam, I think you need to see a doctor.
Yes, I would agree. Probably.
Yeah. So
Just give me the goddamn thing.
yeah. I'll open the bag here, and you can.
Okay,
I
so far
think
they've
it's-
not given me anything weird.
No, of course not. We are in Sweden. We are land.
A civilized country.
So we aren't mean or anything.
No.
Not.
Yeah.
That's from Norway.
No, it's
Made
from
in Denmark.
Denmark. It says
Denmark.
it on the
Yeah, well,
bottle.
it's
From a Norwegian company.
from a
Oh, it's-
Norwegian person,
A Norwegian
and he had
person
bought it
from
from
Denmark,
Denmark,
and,
and
it is
we
in
are in
Sweden.
Sweden. So we are.
Okay.
The only thing that's missing is Iceland.
Put a fish in it.
Where's Kjartan? We need him right now.
Well, we didn't have any bowls. I'll just take a napkin to be hygienic.
Thank you.
You know,
You are a very
or-
dirty person.
Yes, I am.
They do look like goose droppings that have been covered
And
with
as you
chocolate.
can
How
see here,
adorable.
It's two. You can see, but Kage can see. It's
Well,
one with dark chocolate and
do
one
this.
with light chocolate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's interesting.
This is actually a
No.
country divider, I guess.
Mhm.
If you like it, you love them.
Oh.
If you don't, you hate them. So it's.
There alcohol in these?
So
I don't. It's Arak. I don't. Is that alcohol or is it just taste?
if there are two different colors and you either love them or hate them, would you call it chocolate apartheid?
No, you would call it New York.
No, I would call it garbage.
It actually tastes pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, look, we got another one.
I'll take another one of them too.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
Well, maybe we should bring out bowls so you can have on another table or something. But we have more candy.
Oh boy.
Let's
I
see.
just had freaking dinner.
I know. Maybe we should wait then.
No.
Yeah. This is a kind of like a children's candy, I guess. But isn't everyone?
Wait a minute. We have an obese, one-eyed child on the front here. Apparently adrift at sea, having been thrown overboard by his uncaring parents.
Poor
Who named
Kage.
him Pim Pim.
Yeah. And he's really, really
Apparently
happy.
that seagull pecked out his eye. That's the story I'm getting from this.
Well, it's from
We should write a novel based on this.
Okay,
Kage's candy.
so the poor obese child who has had his eye pecked out by a seagull is now getting his revenge somehow. What's that?
Yes. And that is sailing across the seas and eating just sugar.
Well, he has to survive somehow.
Yeah.
He can't catch the seagull.
I think it's called
Gummibjörn says, poor Kage, being tested to all those weird things. I feel lucky sitting here with my mom and some Ritter Sport chocolate. Hey, mom told me she lost that photo.
Hi, Mom. Oh, what? Oh, you showed that photo to your mom? Jesus, dude. Oh my God. Um,
I'll just say, cheers.
you weren't. Let's move next.
Let's
move
move
along.
on.
Yes,
Move on. Let's try this
Yes.
pin.
Yes. The poor kid with his eye eaten by this.
Yeah. He gets this like jelly balls, I guess.
It's called wine gum.
What?
Wine gum candy.
No. Okay. Oh my God, it is. It tastes like wine. Give me some more of this shit.
It's yours, so you are welcome to keep it.
It's wine flavored candy.
Yes.
I would let
I
a seagull pluck out my eye for one of these. Yeah.
Keep that nearby because now it's gonna be
I'm keeping this. All right.
kind of a strong candy.
Uh-oh.
See, you're
Do
just
you
trying to make
have
him
you?
remember.
Oh.
Nothing.
Do you remember what film we are gonna show tomorrow?
Meet the Beatles.
No. We're gonna show the Jungle Book,
The original or the new one?
the new one. This candy is not from the jungle, but from a book. A cookbook? Yes. It's called Jungelvrål.
To serve man means.
This is really salty. That's why I told you to keep that if you need to. Maybe you should.
Somebody tried this on me once before I'm on to you.
I am telling you, if you don't want to, we are Swedish.
Somebody pulled these on me a couple of years ago, and after I finished puking my guts up, I told them I'm never going to eat it again.
Oh wait,
It's got a monkey on it
Yep.
because these are monkey turds. Covered in salt
I have an idea.
and rolled in black.
Does anyone in here in the whole like Jungelvrål? Should we have kind of a? You are welcome to choose who gets this.
Anybody who fucking wants it, I just don't want it near me.
I haven't tried them for years, so I can try one.
Give it to this gentleman.
Here you are.
And
So-
share it with these people.
Yes.
I think
Now it's time for a pastry, and it's also a Swedish classic. No alcohol, unfortunately. It's been ill-treated, in my opinion, for several years.
it's been what?
They think it's not a fancy pastry, so no one buys it.
Oh, Twinkies.
Perhaps. I don't know what that is, but this is classic from Sweden, and it's called Massarine.
Marzipan. Yeah. Is marzipan?
No.
No.
I'm gonna read it first for myself, so I don't say anything wrong.
Bake well done.
Nope.
Bake
I
well
was
done.
wrong, so I'm gonna say it. I had it's apricot flavored something,
Apricot.
and with
So it's made of monkeys.
yes, mush, and flavored with that. If
What? What? I heard that too.
just when I saw it now, I just got really upset because
Yeah,
I had
me
something
too.
else.
Like, can we start this sentence
Yeah,
again?
it's
Flavored
not
with
that. It's almond
almond.
cake with filling and
So it is
sugar.
marzipan.
I'm not
With
responsible
glaze.
for that.
What?
With
yeah,
glaze on it.
sugar glaze.
Sugar, not raspberries.
No, sugar glaze. Although it is sweet as sugar. Well,
That's a stretch.
let's just say Tiamat.
Okay, so it is apparently a marzipan cake with a sugar glaze. This should be perfectly honest.
Yes.
Now, I notice this guy's not eating any of this stuff. Is there a reason?
You should take one.
Yes, there is a reason, but not what you think.
What about the Phantom? He's
Of
not
the
eating any either.
Do you want
Mind
one?
if I do?
Of course, he's welcome to have one. Well, to clarify, I actually cannot eat because I just had surgery. That's why. I can
The gentleman
only
is
drink
meant-
wine.
I want that surgery.
I can fix that.
No.
I think it's had like
How
a
did
bad.
you pop your outline?
You
Your,
put
your
it,
outline?
I can show you. I can show you how you take it out.
It's a
Just
scientist
if you-
thing.
Oh. Blame the
Like
alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you didn't have one.
Cheers. Speaking of
Approach.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, those are yummy, says
Don't
Seldrag.
put it behind the rat. It looks weird.
Oh, Tian Long is here. Hello, Tian Long.
Oh,
Yeah.
get back to work. You're on the clock.
Swedish. I see what they did there.
Oh,
Thank you, Tian Long.
he made joke. Swedish. Get it?
That's funny.
Yes, and he's supposed to be at work.
balls.
sorry.
Is that a Swedish street
Yes.
as well, or from another country?
Lobby wine now.
The Mozart balls. I really don't
Jesus.
want to
What
try
kind of wine?
Mozart balls.
No.
No,
Okay.
me neither.
Get one for sister.
Although I know that it is a candy, but I don't know if it's from Sweden. I've seen it somewhere. Fine, as long as I get to play with Rosh, our traffic later. You're welcome to it.
Yes, you may. Use the hums
yeah.
up long.
Well, I need some more.
Me too. Notice the Phantom's not drinking anything.
Yeah, it's awfully
Rat
amazing.
off, get me something.
Rats are good with that sort of jumps.
When they're not spreading plague.
Let's see, we have some more candy here. And this is
You
a
trying to
mix.
make me fat? Just asking. Because I already am.
Well, since you do know that I just had surgery, I say no.
Okay, he emptied out his larder and is trying to foist it off on me. I guess now. What is this?
Of course. This is a mix of Swedish candy. It's called Gott och blandat. It's licorice
Early
and
mix.
sweets and all sorts of candies. So I need to.
All of them
this
wine
up.
gum.
Oh, I'll just need to. Take
pour it
this.
into a cup.
Yeah, I'll hold on.
Oh, we
I
have
have
glasses,
this. I'll take this marzipan bread's pan to pour this up.
Marzipan. Get it? Good.
Yeah.
Never mind, never mind. Jim Long seems upset that I called him Hums Up Long. Oh well,
He will bite you next week.
he's going to. I just know it because he's been unwittingly teaching me Cantonese, and I only pick up the stuff he doesn't want me to learn.
So yeah, let's just see if I can. I don't know if I can show like how it's mixed candy anyway.
Yeah, we have them in the U.S.
Oh really?
They're called jujubes.
Well, you can. I think you can, but I'm not 100%.
That is a jujube. I'm sorry.
I think you can go to IKEA and buy this.
And this is a shark tooth. And this is like that long
They have
booger
bad
that hangs out of your nose and you don't notice until a friend tells you.
Do sharks have bad teeth?
No. Okay,
they are black.
this is a fossilized shark tooth. I'll let you have that one.
Yeah, I'll have it.
Yeah, it's good. No. They stick to your teeth.
Yeah,
You can't open your mouth. Oh, okay.
Maybe that could be that a sign that someone should stop talking. I think that is me.
11% ethanol. This will dissolve. Okay. Take it from scientists.
How fun this is that we are humming to the audience. And now I actually went to buy some mixed candies in these.
Fursuit.
Sounds like a terrible idea.
You bought
Actually,
fursuit.
yes, but not yesterday.
Mixed candy soup?
No. We don't do advertising. I bought it.
Oh,
you
he's
can buy-
definitely gone trick or treating. This is what
Yes.
it looks like when you're done.
When you go to the store in Sweden, and you can go trick or treating. You have to pay for it, unfortunately. Anyway, I think I bought some other Swedish treats, and just put it there. And we can take this first one. It's called flop.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. Wait,
This looks like something a biker would have tattooed on him.
that one is called raspberry licorice skull.
Oh, look, West Virginia. Okay.
And we have some Swedish fish.
Are they really Swedish?
I really don't know. I didn't ask them. Are you Swedish? Didn't ask. Let's see what else. Some more licorice and some false teeth if you need them.
Just having a little bit of fun here.
That sucking on the candy
What?
sounds vaguely naughty, says Tiano.
Do they no more?
I know what you mean.
Canada Buchachi bite.
Is this rat harassing you?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I don't speak gibberish.
Neither. When does it give it the 10-second lag and then the typing, he's going to scream.
I can give him a poll.
Mhm.
Polly saying thank you. Thank you. So, now we know his name.
He's here. The French call this a non-pareil.
This is, I think that one's actually some alcohol in it.
Oh, okay.
They are, I guess, similar to those green things, but more candy-ish. Almost the same filling with the punch.
But I gotta get fish out of my mouth.
You said something about alcohol helping out with that.
I did, didn't I?
Bite, bite, bite his Kage shoe toy. Says Keno. I don't. Do you know what that means?
Don't ask me. It's definitely West Virginia. West Virginia, by the way, is
Yeah,
where
right.
they invented the toothbrush.
Oh look,
Oh.
Ratty comes with another bottle. He is a good rat. Good rat.
When we were kids, we used to call these lousy heads.
Oh,
Yeah, because
This
they-
is what happens when you give me things.
Isn't that grand?
aw.
All right, Pete.
Do you want any help, Ratty, or do you manage?
The money that's lumped up in my
Look,
hand, so
a
much
rat.
He's giving out cash.
Giving out cash. Yeah.
Make it rain. All right.
That's because he doesn't know the concept of money.
Mhm.
So Danish rats come with
I'm
alcohol
just
and
supposed to
give
drink
you
straight
cash.
out of the bottle then.
We need to find some more Danish rats.
Well,
Gentleman
thanks,
says,
I
I
guess.
will hop across that pond to Karlstad, you Shegwailo.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
Awesome. If you want it here, you cool it because you get one right now.
Oh, I get it.
Exactly.
That's how you're
You want
supposed
to
to.
draw?
Well, you know, I just say you're welcome if you want to join us. If you're
However,
I guess.
Qianlong is stuck at work. So I'll just simply have to say, gee, sorry, buddy, that you got to work there. We're just going to have a wine ourselves, all right?
Oh, I just got an idea.
Mhm.
Tianlong,
Should
save
you
some
provide
money
him with a
and
glass?
come here next year.
If you were to invite him as a guest, I'm certain he would. He said, hinting strongly.
Mhm. Well,
Jen, you would like Sweden. The wine is cheap.
it is. It is really cheap.
As
It's
is the
almost
mead.
like the animals in the farm.
Come again.
They're cheap to buy.
Ah.
Nothing else. No,
Hi, Randy.
no,
Oh, do you want some?
no pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it? No, it wasn't. These Malaco things are actually called cola bottles.
Oh, wow.
So I guess it was yes, I
Okay.
do. See, you can find some.
Actually, one there.
Yeah. Oh, you found some other one. The goodie bag is empty. How nice teeth you got.
Ah, teeth. I was mentioning West Virginia. West Virginia in the United States is where the toothbrush was invented.
Ah.
If it was invented any place else, they would call it a teeth brush.
I understand.
Good.
Not at all.
That's a joke.
Okay, that's
Some
why
people got
I'm
it. I
laughing.
noticed the guy in the back row was giggling.
And in the front row. But sometimes it's hard to see.
In vaudeville, they used to say, keep moving and make less of a target.
So, to sum up, what do you think about Swedish candy? Uncle Kage.
Oh,
What do you think about Swedish candy and pastries, I guess?
It's pretty good. The pastry's a little bit dry, but
Could be
the candy,
old.
yeah, well, it happens when you get older. So
Yeah.
just drop the rack. But overall, I thought it was very good, and I'm grateful. Other than that salty shit, you didn't try to pull anything creepy on me.
I never do.
Uh-huh.
It was you, Kage, that turned off the light yesterday.
Wow. That's because I didn't know what the switch did.
And I got what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And for the fine folks in Sweden, I must know, is IKEA different in any way than it's portrayed in
There's
the
no
West?
IKEA here.
There are a lot of IKEA. He slept there all the way here.
They're written in Swedish.
I guess it's the same.
Oh, they
layout
call
and-
it by the Swedish name, Walmart.
Actually, Walmart hasn't come to Sweden yet.
Good.
But I heard something that they have bought a chain in the UK. Something, so they are on their way to Europe.
Tesco.
Asda, yeah. Let's see something else. Bleeps and another noodle. Riggin, I don't know what that means. Bleeps at other noodle.
Bleps.
Bleps. That doesn't make any
No,
difference
blep,
for
blep,
me.
blep is an American word.
Okay.
It's when, and we don't have any persons here who can demonstrate a blep. It's when they their tongue hangs out and they don't realize they're doing it. That's called a blep.
Oh, you know that one that your president is doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gummibjörn, Selvdragon, Big Blue Fox, a German video photographer that makes all the great
Yes, Big Blue Fox with the big blue camera.
Should we tell the video viewers how big our camera is?
If you want to brag.
It is huge.
No.
In Swedish standards, it's huge.
It's cold.
It's
Any
huge.
Finns in the
Huge
audience?
camera.
But actually, don't they say that size doesn't matter?
Ask Finland. Ah,
I mean, when everything.
I'm going to make him
comes-
snort through your beer through his nose. That'd be great.
It's what's on the inside that matters.
I
So
like
being
that.
on the inside.
That was really deep. Almost as deep as that wine bottle. Ratty, it's time.
I have a question from the gentleman.
Yes.
I noticed in your right lab pocket you have a little bottle. Could you explain?
This was given to me by a very, very fine gentleman.
I hope it's not you, accurate.
Well, I really don't know what it is because I don't read Swedish. It looks like Oculus.
I can read it for you if you want. If I can,
Yeah.
no, that is. No, I can't.
Perhaps
Mature
Oprah could
at sea.
explain.
So it's been at
Seawater.
Yeah, it's seawater that's been at the bottom of the sea, 41.5%.
Wow. So,
Oopsie,
I saw
you-
that coming. So it's maturity. So
Thank you,
it says
Randy. A bit,
beanie and it's got a ship on it.
I think we need some more napkins. I'm sorry,
It's all right. There's plenty pile there. So in other words, it's a product of seamen.
Yeah, probably.
Now, this was given to me by a very, very fine, fine gentleman that
Not
I'm
me.
very, very
Not me.
grateful. But I must very, very awkwardly state this is a liquor.
I do not drink any hard liquors, and this is a matter of personal choice. There is only one single night out of the calendar year that I will drink hard liquor, and that is the night of the 11th of September, and this is not it.
No.
So
this is actually this 27th of October.
yes, it's a lovely, lovely present, and I treasure it indeed, but I can't actually drink it. That's the problem.
But you could explain the name.
Oh, I can explain the name. Yes, it's pronounced, I believe, Linie.
Linie?
Linie, yeah.
I
Which,
never heard about it.
yes, which the literal translation is produced by semen. That's what was explained to me.
Kind of Norwegian. Let me have a look.
That
Yep.
says everything, I guess.
Yeah.
What's with the cat in the hat? Well, that is. In that case, should we have some rats on the hat as well?
Why not?
British or something.
That
I have
sounded
no
like
idea.
a tongue twister. I don't want to say that. A rat on a hat, on the cat, in the hat. I will not say that.
I'll fix the hat so the cat doesn't get out.
Well, it's kind of like since I don't have a fursuit, so I guess.
It says Norway. No, I think it's British or something. It says Norway.
Oi!
Yes.
You're fucking
Then
right.
it probably is Akvavit then.
It is.
Well,
Aquavit or however you
it's
pronounce it.
really
Lots of life.
lots of alcohol in it. So yeah, so well, the background story about this hat is 2 years ago. I went to Nordic Foscon, that is the convention held in Stockholm, Sweden, the really, really big one that never invited you, I guess.
Yeah.
We did, and he is here, and we're happy for it, aren't we, guys? Do not look at Twitter.
Right, don't.
Yeah, don't look at Twitter. You might get the wrong idea. You might get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years ago I went to Nordic
I have to look
Foscon,
at Twitter.
and there was a store just beside Nordic Foscon. I don't remember the name. They have really fun party stuff. They have big glasses and they have these hats and gloves and whatever. So I bought it, and it was actually a present to a friend of mine that didn't want it. So he put that hat on me, and since then it's stuck.
So you can't take it off.
No, it grew into my hair.
That's very creepy.
So you're the cat in the hat then.
Yes, I'm actually. I've also been a cat in a cat. No.
Okay, all right. Thank you very
No.
much, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't
Ah.
get the wrong idea.
No, we
I
don't have the
sat
wrong
in
idea.
an escalator.
What?
Or
I hope you said escalator, not
No.
excavator.
Okay, can I
Or
suggest you
backhoe.
stop
You can
talking?
say
Your-
backhoe.
the backhoe is digging very deep right now.
yes,
We are just going to quietly change the subject and move on.
and just say.
We talked about Schrödinger's cat instead.
We can. Because we have a rat here who loves the idea of a cat being dead. Maybe
And
alive.
he loves cheese, so say So yeah.
Is it dead or not dead?
I'm just gonna. Who?
The cat in the box.
Is he
The cat in the
alive?
box.
Yeah, Schrödinger's cat.
He is. And
he
he is
dead?
dead.
And obviously I'm not.
Okay, here's a little something for all you folk out there who think they know about Schrödinger's cat. Dr. Schrödinger was not trying to describe any active theory. He was pointing out the fallacy in quantum theory. He was pointing out that according to this theory, the cat would be both dead and alive until you observe it, which is nonsense. I was having a talk with Fuzzy, who is sitting in the front row trying very hard to pretend he's not paying attention, about quantum mechanics earlier, but that's science. We'll get into that later.
You did draw something on. We have a whiteboard.
Yes, and it was erased.
Yeah, I don't know by who though. Or whom? Yes. I'm from Sweden.
Yes, leave it to the Brit to correct us there. It was a molecule, 8130, something I developed many, many years ago.
Was I right when I said that when you wrote H and all that?
Yeah, pretty much. You're
Yay,
like, gee,
well-
that's pretty. Yeah.
When you said whom, I just thought about the not the Swedish, a British comedy that is called Keeping Up Appearances.
Ah, yes.
And you kind of look like
Careful.
like someone who could be in that show.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment.
It is.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That
You
wasn't
might-
the one with Mrs. Bucket, was it?
Yeah. Bouquet.
Mrs.
I might
Bouquet,
say.
yes.
And that is why I went to Birmingham. That I told you about.
To meet Mrs. Bucket.
I went to see where they shot the series. Maybe you're wondering now if I'm going to tell a story, and it can offend some people in the UK, so I might not.
It's your stream.
Well, it's my opinion, so please,
All right.
I don't think any.
Are there
mess-
any British people here right now? Fuck off. Okay, go on. You say.
Well, since I just started and said, there's nothing wrong with British people,
Sorry.
but when I went to Birmingham to see the places where they shot Keeping Up Appearances, I stayed at a hotel. I don't want to say any names because I don't remember. When I went up to have breakfast in this hotel, I went down to the restaurant, and the only thing I saw was croissant.
Yeah.
So, and next to it, it was this nougat cream, Nutella. So I asked the staff, where's the rest? What do you mean? The staff said. What is this all? Oh, the staff said. You want tea?
You all keep a tie.
Yeah. So I understood that that was all that they had at this hotel. This was croissants and Nutella and tea. So I asked, do you have coffee? Oh, they had. So I got a cup of tea. No, coffee, sorry. But when I looked at it,
Yes.
it looked similar to this wine in color.
That's why I drink tea instead when I'm in Britain.
I tried it, but I threw it out because it tasted like hot water, and I guess if you put a tea bag in it, it would be okay, but that I threw away. They couldn't make coffee at that hotel.
Well, they could. They just didn't want to.
They
They
saw-
realized you were from Sweden.
Yeah, probably they saw stupid Sweden and said, nah, we're not bothered.
But there's just one thing I don't get. Croissant
Sex.
and nougat
Yes,
are both French.
yes, I
I
know.
thought the British hated the French.
They invaded Britain in 1066 and never left. Don't you remember?
Oh, yeah.
They invaded
God, I
the
feel
croissants.
old.
Otherwise, I had a lovely time in the UK. I tried coffee in cafes and stuff, and if I just got a cup of espresso, it was fine. So I'm really happy about that. That was my story about being in Birmingham. To see, maybe I'm gonna go to Confossil next year.
Can you afford it?
I don't know.
I can't.
No.
I'm sorry. Okay. For some reason, to fly from the United States to Great Britain last year was $3,000 US. And I kept saying to myself, okay, Great Britain, who the fuck do you think you are? It's like, oh, it's such a wonderful, privilege for you to fly to our godforsaken, wet, foggy piece of ground here. It's like $3,000. Really, guys? It's like, that's why we kicked your asses in 1776, because of your prices and your fog. And I just completely
hear
lost
the
my train of thought.
Yeah.
Let's start
Let's
again.
I hear the British say that they decided to tactically retreat.
Now, the thing is, the American Revolution actually was a fight over New York. We were having a tug of war battle, and the British let go. And the Americans fell back, and we had New York. So, yay, we got New York. Oh,
Gummy Bjorn, I'm not gonna read what you just said.
we've been trying to get wide. Okay, we have to. Gummy Bjorn, there's nothing wrong with British people. It's the. All right, we're not going to read that. Never mind.
No, I'm not
But
gonna read
okay,
that.
I am going to fill in this time that we suddenly made with a little bit of poetic verse that my grandmother taught me. I was 5 years old, and my what?
Go to bed.
I grew up in a section of the state of Pennsylvania known as the Welsh Tract. It was a very heavily Welsh influenced area. It was a place that, as late as the 1980s, if you were to wear an orange tie on St. Patrick's Day, you would be beaten to death. So I always did, but because I was a little douchebag. Anyway,
Somehow I kind of knew that.
yeah. So I always say, oh, it's part of the Irish flag, right? And they had grudgingly agree. My grandmother, when I was 5 years old, she was babysitting me. My mom was out, and Granny taught me this little phrase, and I've always remembered it. She said, she taught this to me. First, there were the Scots, who kept the Sabbath and everything else they could lay their hands on. And next, there were the Welsh, who prayed on their knees and on their neighbors. And next were the Irish, who never really knew what they wanted, but were willing to fight for it. And lastly were the English, who considered themselves a self-made nation, which thus spared the Almighty a terrible responsibility. In an English-speaking country, that's very funny, and they laugh uproariously, and it just fell flat totally.
For all,
Thank you, Mr. Pseudo-Englishman.
and for all the viewers online, you can see everyone that sits here and looks at it, they have their jaws down. Here. You might be wondering why there were 3 chairs on stage.
Why?
We have found an old fan of yours that wanted to come here and say the person's, I don't want to say the gender, so not to...
Okay, I'm very, very scared now because there are some old fans I've been running away from for 20 years.
Well, Sweden is a very far away from the US.
Every place, yes,
Yeah.
I know.
So there's no one from there. So this person might
Yes.
arrive in a while.
Might arrive? What is this, fucking Germany?
Yes. No. You know what? I really don't know the estimated time to be exact, but just a heads up.
Yes.
Cheers. And welcome to Sweden.
Skål.
Skål.
Well, that's very nice of you. I mean, making a stalker's dream come true.
Yes. And for the record, it's not the Phantom.
Oh. Is it Ratty?
Not yet.
Does this person wear a mask?
I will not say anything else.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Does he or she have a machete?
I will not say anything else.
Does he or she have a mustache?
I will not say anything else.
Does this person use a scythe,
What is that?
a sickle,
Yeah.
a big
Oh,
one?
it's a scythe.
Yeah,
That's the one that the
things
death
you-
hat over the
you
Joe.
chop
Suzanne?
wheat with.
Shop wheat?
Leah.
Yes.
Ah!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
Gummy Bjorn is indicating I
Oh,
can get the
I will
asylum
say
in Denmark. I
nothing.
might take that.
Wrong type.
Well,
Yeah,
alcohol is cheap anyway.
I do have the U.S. consulate on speed dial just in case. I'm going to call him right now.
You probably should. Or not. Isn't this fun?
Good, thanks, phone.
It's ringing.
I'll keep
Hang on.
quiet.
Yeah.
No,
Yes,
keep
I'd
quiet
like to
today.
speak to the council, please. Yes, it's urgent.
Ratty, please come. Hug him.
Yes,
He'll
I'll
be happy. Pet him so he gets quiet.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm an American citizen, and I have a question. At this time, is your refrigerator running? Yes, is your refrigerator running? Well, I do suggest you catch it before it gets away.
Yes, or tie it down.
They can't trace that call, can they?
No, you're in Sweden.
He's so cute. And disease-ridden. I just love the cute disease-ridden ones. So where were we?
Cheers. Skål.
Right, back to that now.
Yeah. So yes, cheers. So that's why we invited you here to see you.
It's okay.
Oh yes, we have one more. We have one
trying
more.
to feed him candy and make him puke, aren't you?
No, we're feeding him candy so he'll be kind of stuffed and cannot move.
That's what this is for. You don't need candy. How is it the old phrase goes, candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker?
But why chance it?
This gentleman's
Do it
losing
twice.
the blood in his arm. What's up there?
Might I suggest that a rat has a can-do attitude?
That's what... You know, if that was meant to be a pun, it was really bad. I'm sad to tell you. Now, did our chat freeze, or has just nobody said anything?
No,
for
here
10
it comes. I would, Gummibjörn says, I would have been so mean to call the old man while he was making that phone call.
But he knows better, doesn't he?
Nå skulle better Germany. Hello,
Nustuli. Can I talk about France? I want to talk about
Let's-
France. Which is
We
filled with
can-
French people. It's amazing. It's the highest concentration of French people inside of France anywhere in the world. I find it fascinating. I don't know about you.
I know too well, says Gummibjörn.
I visited France, well, a number of times, but I've been an interest in, shall we say, the socio-political history of the middle part of the 20th century. I was telling some folks this earlier. You learn little things when you visit with friends. We were in Normandy. Topic of conversation turned to stereotypes. What's the word for stereotype in Swedish?
Stereotyp.
I love it. We borrowed it from Swedish. Anyway, the common perception, the stereotype of French people is that they're unwashed in their smell, which is unfair because, as was explained to me, in the Second World War, the occupying Germans confiscated all of the glycerin that was used to make soap because it was also used to make explosives. So the French people did not have access to glycerin. They couldn't make soap. They had no way to bathe. So when the Allied forces landed at Normandy, they were greeted by French people who had not bathed for many months. And they, of course, got the impression that, oh, look, French people are dirty and unwashed. And I said, this is true, this is true. And my French friend said, yes, it's true. The French people simply didn't bathe because they could not. I said, that is absolutely fascinating. When are you going to start again? Keep moving to make less of a target. Okay. Must be French people out there.
Have you ever heard of Hansel and Gretel? Asks Kaisis Dauria.
Yes, yes. If you run into the woods and there's a house owned by a little old lady and it's made of candy, don't fucking eat it. Just leave, all right? By
like
the
a
way,
tree.
does anybody here like French bread, the baguette? You know, it has been shown that the baguette is actually saltier in the center than it is at the ends. Were you aware of that?
No.
The center of the baguette is the saltiest part because the French people carry it home under their arm. You see.
And I actually have a story about baguettes as well.
Go for it, because that one totally fell flat.
Yeah,
Let's keep going. You're a
just,
hard audience.
I hope there's no minors looking at and watching, but this is what I've
I've
heard.
seen it.
No, me neither. There's something in the middle here. I don't really know who is watching.
Sorry, go on.
The baguette, as I've heard from historians,
Yeah.
is actually from the beginning made, well, maybe not baguette, but the same sort of size and form of
Where's
it
this going?
is actually a historic dildo.
A red dildo.
Yes.
There is a drop down on Fur Affinity for that.
Don't look.
Go look. I know. But everyone's looking now.
Yeah. Well, please be safe. Use a condom.
Yes, that's why the bread comes wrapped in plastic.
So what,
Exactly.
what you're indirectly saying is you're salty in the middle too.
But I'm not a baguette.
Okay,
but some parts may look like one.
he opened himself up to something very, very broad, and I'm not going to go there. Okay.
I'm Swedish.
We should take some questions from the people here. We keep questions from the people there. We should
Yes,
take questions.
of course. We'll keep you in suspense online. And
Yes, do the
have some
people here
questions.
even care?
Yes.
Probably not.
Care about what?
See,
Uh,
they're just waiting for
I'll
the
have
real
another
service.
question for them.
Yeah.
Are you having fun at Furoween?
Yes.
No, I'm having fun listening to Kage bullshitting.
Why, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment, I suppose.
And that means I'm not telling a lot of bullshit.
No, you're telling the truth.
Yes. That was the first time I've heard that.
There are no questions. I can't believe it. Ah, yes, yes.
Yes, since you're drinking so much wine, when do you expect to turn into a god of wine?
He
13 years
already
ago.
is.
Dionysus, at your service.
We have
Also known as Bacchus.
we have a surprise for the audience, not for Kage. He knows. If you remember, that is another question.
You suggest I listen to you. Go on.
Well, it was one of my emails. We have a game.
Did you email me about it?
Yes, I did. And you said, that sounds fun. I don't have that on stage now, and I'm wondering if there's someone from staff here.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Would you like to play a game? Oh, come on, you've seen the Saw movies.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is why
we-
nobody's answering.
That's why we're gonna
No,
make
go
a
on,
Home
let's go
Depot
for it.
movie.
Oh, God.
Take out some saws and cut up some wood and make a
Cabin.
cabin in the woods.
Cabin in the woods.
No, we're not. We're gonna put.
Carbonated in the woods.
This is gonna sound awful. Look
Then don't
who
say it.
has come here.
Oh, my God.
We have our guest.
My favorite Viking. How are you? Don't spill it on my ceiling. Thank you.
This is our surprise. I don't know if you see him yet.
I'm
But
trying
this
to.
is
I've been through 8
Silver.
classes. That asshole's
From
only
Norway.
one.
Has come to Furoween.
Grab a chair. Pull up.
So I'm sorry.
Piss off, Phantom.
Yeah, if you don't mind, go back to the audience and make us.
Is this why he got so
for
cagey when I was
Silver.
saying, "Are you going?" And he's
Here.
like,
You can have.
"Thank you."
Hi.
This is Silver, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know, he is from Norway. He is a Viking. He has become a very, very good close friend of my family. He's been to visit me twice, and he has only gotten beer on my ceiling once.
And you're not offering me.
The next time you come to visit, you're painting the fucking ceiling, okay?
Since this meat he got as a present is his.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Was this surprise?
You could have knocked me over with a feather. I'm so glad to see you.
This was our surprise.
Sorry.
No way in hell.
So, Silver, did you have a nice trip to come to Sweden?
Oh, it was lovely.
Isn't it lovely in Sweden?
Yeah, it was basically decided less than a week ago.
I know.
Yes.
Because of
Last
me.
Sunday, I was drunk out of my ass in Scotland, and I got a telegram message basically saying, "Hey, you want to come to Furoween?" And I was like, "What?"
He did actually say that online on Uncle Kage's Winestream.
You know, I think I still have the message where I said, "Are you going to come to Furoween?" And that's exactly what he said. I'll be busy getting drunk in Edinburgh.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
And I did last
Yes.
week.
So now it's time for Silver to get pissed drunk in Sweden instead.
Yeah. What else is new?
Nothing?
Cheers.
Skull.
I'm so glad you can make it.
So
Tell
am
these
I.
people how I turned you into an American.
Did you tell them?
I haven't told them anything.
By all means, tell them.
No. It was your first experience at that nice little place up by Briar Creek.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what was Briar Creek here?
Do you mean
The
There was like
amazing
50
look,
50 creeks over there.
the look of pure animal bliss on his face
Oh,
when
yeah.
we put an automatic rifle in his hands and turned him loose. It's like, you're a Yank now.
It was fun. I mean, I'm still like, okay, people will need to own guns, but
Fuck it, I like guns.
I still like guns. At a range, of course, but you know, it was fun.
As
I
we
still
were
got
driving
I still
home,
got the bruise, actually.
really?
Yeah,
He
it's,
left a scar. He was like the Joker. He had this grin on his face that wouldn't go away.
yeah, the fact that you actually managed to stay in the room with me, that's an achievement in and of itself. You still look like a murderer.
Well, no more so than usual.
I got a message
Thank
from Silver just before he got here. He said, "Why don't you tell Kage to tell about the story when you did something wrong on the air?"
No. Let's just get this right.
I'm
That was your suggestion.
What's
I
it?
did not suggest that he tell this story. That was
Well,
your
I'm
suggestion.
completely.
I think
I
the
don't know what they're
viewers are now
talking
a bit
Astral
curious.
Hall A.
Oh, that.
You're welcome.
Am I mean now?
Okay,
Yes.
it was such a minor incident.
Hi, Gummibjörn.
Hello, Gummibjörn. Oh, he already knows I'm here. Hello.
I think so,
Yes.
yes.
Yep. Yes, the gentleman on Eurofern's security staff, and I went to, where is Estral Hall A? I'm supposed to be there. Ask a security staff member. They know everything. So he led me to this open, nondescript spot in the middle of the lobby and pointed to the ground and said, "That's Estral Hall A." And I was like, "Really?" He said, "Yes, you're supposed to be standing there." So I did for about 10 minutes, and finally some person, I think it was Pinky actually, came screaming up to me, "What are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Estral Hall A." And I gave him one of these. And that's what he did. He gave me that look.
I just bribed him with candy. So
Yes,
without me,
yes.
I will kill you now. In my defense, the people who were at that small nondescript stage collaborated with my story, and this stage was right outside Estral Stage A, the ECCA.
Okay.
So, I'm not making an excuse, I'm just contributing with some context.
You know, I like the Estral. Anybody here been to Eurofern's? Some. Yes.
You're
Go
such a
there. You
sellout.
haven't been, go there, seriously.
The Estral Hotel, it's the biggest hotel in Germany, and it's a beautiful
The
location.
biggest hotel / convention center.
Yeah.
Difference.
But the Ringberg Hotel, where they were previously, has something the Estral Hotel does not have.
Oh, that was just
The Hitler bunker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been there.
Yep, there is a
Stalin
bunker.
bunker. Stalin bunker.
Yeah, sorry, yes. We
Those
called
are
it the
those
Hitler
sort-
bunker, but it turned out it was built by the Soviets,
Yeah.
because this is the firm of DDR, not DDR. Anyway.
Was that built on the left?
Yes. Because underneath this hotel, there's this this network of concrete bunkers with old equipment in it, and I was like, it was cool being down there. But when I found out it was a Stalin bunker, I was like, oh, this is.
I was there a few years ago. It's still running.
Say hello to Tiano.
Hey, Tian.
But you need to tell them, since you're on security staff,
Oh God.
about, I believe it's room 9.
Room 9.
Is it room 9 in the bunker?
Oh, is this the one with the walkie-talkie?
No, the one that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. If there is a hallway down in this bunker where there's just a long row of doors. The doors are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. Wait. You go back and it's just a brick wall where
A very
you would
new looking brick wall.
Yeah, where you would expect the door number 9 to be. I actually don't know what happened to that. I'm not going to ask questions. I don't want to know.
It's
For
kind of
all I
like
know,
here.
it's a bunch of Nazi corpses in there.
It's kind of like here, but I opened that door and that's where Kage is.
Oh, you did. Still, it's all
That's why, yeah, I don't know.
I have many fond memories of the Ringberg Hotel. That was the Ringberg is where Gunther made his appearance.
Ah, Gunther.
The Germans were having a New Year party at the Ringberg, and I decided I would like to go. And Night Fox was all excited because, oh, everybody will be excited to see Uncle Kage. Well, no, this is not, Uncle Kage's party. This is your party. I don't want people to, like, I just want to go to the party. I'm not there to be Uncle Kage. He said, but once you show up, everybody will know you're there. And I said, that's where you're wrong. I went in disguise. I got a long, gray-haired wig that came down far past my shoulders, and my big, bulky wool overcoat, and the big sunglasses old people wear that cover up your entire face, and a cap pulled down over my head, and a scarf wrapped around. So all you really saw was the tip of my nose. And it was decided this was Gunther. And the story was that Gunther was a friend of Andre, the bartender at the Ringberg, who was wanting a ride to the party. So Gunther, grumbling, shuffled into the back of Night Fox's car. They picked him up at a corner and pretended to fall asleep. Of course, watching. And that was great until we were driving along and we came to a rest stop. And I said to Night Fox, okay, this is going to be a problem. I sort of need to go, but my German is dodgy. If I get out of the car, people are immediately going to start asking me questions. How am I supposed to respond? Because I want to understand. And Night Fox says, oh, that's easy. Repeat that to me. Forpistisch. I said, Forpistisch. He said, no, angry like an old man. Forpistisch. He said, perfect. I said, what's it mean? He said, it means fuck off. So I did. Gunther shuffling along. And people come up, German. Forpistisch. We got all the way to the Ringberg, and Gunther got out. Tanya Darial knew who he was. And she said, what would you like to do? I said, take me to the bar. I want to see Andre. Andre Opitz, the most legendary barman in all of Germany. There are stories told about him for centuries. And he's very old. I sat down at the bar. Very elegant bar. It's New Year's, people in their tuxedos and everything. And they're all drinking beer. Well, I told Tanya, tell the barman to bring me a glass of wine and to get Andre Opitz over here. So Gunther sat down with his wine. staring out the window at the snow. The barman came over, and Andre wasn't with him. He started German. Okay. They asked. So Gunther said, "Eh? Opitz?" The barman said, "Nein, German. Eh? Opitz?" The barman said, warte a bit. And he went away. And a little while later, Andre came over. He's got his nice tuxedo. And he came over and said, "Ja, ich bin Andre Opitz." And Gunther said, Herr Opitz! Here, that's it. Herr Opitz! Ich bin nicht ein Deutscher! Ich bin ein dummer Amerikaner! And he went, "Nein, it's kind of Kokage. Nein. Give me a big hug. Oh, so good to see you." I said, "Okay, remember, only you and Tani and Night Fox know who I am. Nobody else knows. Big secret." He said, "Oh, good. I'll see you later. Good." And he went away. And Gunther sat back. But then, in the reflection of the window, Gunther looked up, and behind him he saw the reflection of Herr Wolfgang Koenig, the owner of the hotel, who looked rather annoyed that this smelly old man was here at his elegant party. And he walked past like this. And I thought, oh, what am I going to do? How am I going to get out of this one?
If you don't see, he's on the other side of the stage now.
Hello.
Remember, camera.
Oh, that's a camera, is it?
Remember,
Sherlock.
it's the biggest camera in the world.
It's the biggest camera in this
I
room.
think that's the same model I have actually.
So after a moment or two of looking quite squinty-eyed, and poor Gunther is just sitting, trying not to react, Herr Koenig leaned down onto the table next to Gunther, and in English he said, "Is that white wine you're drinking?" And I said, "Fuck! Only you and Andre and Tani and Nightbox know that it's me." Shh, don't. Nobody in Germany drinks wine except for me.
He's not lying.
It's true.
What? Oh, look.
Are you in Germany?
When I just saw those bottles,
Okay,
I
I
just
know I
said,
took a trade now. I don't know exactly
No,
where
but-
I am right now, but I'm not in Germany.
No, there's no bottles in
Yeah.
the audience. No. There's no one drinking
And that is
alcohol in this
Austrian
room
Riesling. If
at
I'm not
all.
wrong.
No,
We're just drinking British coffee.
We're drinking beer
and British coffee.
and rats.
We're not drinking rats.
Yeah,
We
right,
act-
right.
hate rats. By the way, Ratty, I need some help. We do. I haven't told you. We have our own bartender here. We
wow.
have a rat that brings us alcohol.
It's like
You say
ratatouille,
Yeah.
only with alcohol. That's fantastic.
Yes. To me, because it's empty.
But
Yeah.
yeah, help in this one.
Yes. So we don't spill any alcohol here.
That is sacrilege, even here.
Yeah. But since it was ratty, we'll do
Get empty the
all
rest of
that,
the bottle in there.
In that case, we need to find someone to bring us some more British coffee.
As long as somebody else is paying, I don't.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yes. You missed my story about when I was in Birmingham. When I tried some British coffee.
Oh, would you like a kipper of tie?
So if
I was
someone,
going to get. I was looking for a tie that was a kipper. I just desperate. I couldn't find it.
I just
I
went to
can- I
Scotland.
can-
I tried hags and neeps. You know what that is? Hags and neeps.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
what is that?
Hags and neeps, that's haggis and turnips.
Oh, okay. I can understand what I just want to ask our audience. We have, since I told Kage before, it's not a surprise for him, but I guess it's kind of a surprise for Silver. So I'm gonna ask if he wants to be a part of it. Should I say no?
Maybe.
No, 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 go on.
Oh,
Go on. Explain to
we
me, then
have-
I'll make my own damn opinion. Thank you.
Thank you, Silver. We have a little game
Uh-oh.
that we want to play with Uncle Kage.
You just make me want to say yes even more, Kage.
So it's gonna in that case we're gonna be us three on this stage playing Speak Out.
Oh, that's the video you sent me on Telegram.
Yes.
I never actually got to watch it.
That's your problem, not
What are
mine.
you
I
talking
was
about?
drunk as hell. I
Still.
went to the pub crawl in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Still, it's not my problem.
No, it's not.
So please, someone
Excuse me,
install
I'm still here. What are we talking about?
a funny game
I don't have to explain the rules anyway.
that you get a card and you're gonna read what it says on the card,
Mm-hmm.
and the other participants are gonna try to understand what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of simple, isn't it? Sound like that?
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will booze be required because
Yes.
I'm almost out?
Well, since look, you have some. This is.
Oh, I can eat.
It was aquavit then.
It still is.
It was? Oh, it's
Okay.
to do with
Still is.
In
It's
every
not-
language,
I have nothing to do with that.
it is aquavit or aquavite in Latin.
This is good aquavit.
Yes, but I can't drink it, as you know, so
I know,
sorry
over
for that.
9/11.
Mhm.
But
In-
I'm not
In
gonna
the
drink this
old
straight
jealous
though
language,
because it's
it
gonna
was
be
called
Christmas.
ishkabaha.
So
Which
what now?
is shish kebab.
It is aquavit in Latin, but in the old Gaelic language it was called ishkabaha, which
You know what we
became
call it?
whiskey.
Unfiltered booze, or
Mhm.
unfiltered vodka, basically.
So,
So-
I'm just gonna turn my head and ask one of our staff here, Ice Tiger. Do you want to help us bring out the game?
My desperate attempts to change the subject did not work.
No,
It
I
is,
am still the chairman of Furoween. Oh, by the way, maybe we should just say, since not many people, we need some more alcohol in here. I'm not going to tell the people that are watching, but if someone in here wants to help us with that, they are welcome to it. Hello, we're getting a new viewer or
That is
audience.
my boyfriend.
Oh, welcome, his boyfriend.
You're the guy that's in the background when I'm talking to him all the time. Hi.
Yep.
For the love of fuck.
I just speak some
So now,
Swedish to him, so
what
so
is
Uncle
going on?
Kage doesn't know what I'm talking about. Oh look, there's
Oh goodness.
oh goodness gracious.
I've
me.
been drinking on a train.
Skål
for
för helvete!
This is a very funny game that you get a card that you're gonna read what it says on the card.
In what language?
English.
Good. I speak that frequently.
Yes, I'm thinking about Swedish first, but I thought
Even I didn't understand that.
that's why I said English.
Thank you.
Not because of him, but of me. Since we are almost neighbors, so I thought about you.
Yeah, we're neighbors.
Only I recall now. You want?
I don't hate Norwegians,
No.
although
Hey, you're getting off the subject.
yes, sorry. It's a game that you have to put something in your mouth.
No problem.
Cheers. Was that hard?
No, I'm done. Okay, what's the next game?
We're just gonna see if there's any questions. Gummibjörn, fermented grape juice for you, and Kage, Tinlong, and distilled cane sugar for me. Cheers.
Yeah, he drinks rum.
Ah, okay. Cheers. I'll have wine.
Sometimes good, right?
Nuss Stule would drink that all too. Well, up to you.
Narkashin, Kage looks very comfortable. No, he does not.
I'm a professional. I look comfortable. I'm screaming inside, honestly.
Yeah, he tried to get some help from the U.S. embassy, but since
Consulate.
sorry, was it the consulate?
We don't have an embassy, I don't believe, nearby. We have a consulate.
Isn't that pretty much the same thing?
Yeah, but one's paid more.
Now it's time to go over to the game because now my associate
Is
Ice
this an
Tiger.
actual board game?
This is
I thought it was
I
a
don't
drinking game.
We can change the rules though.
Uh-oh. I should have cut my mouth shut.
Just open the
Yes.
damn thing.
Yes. Ice Tiger, open.
Use
says
those
he.
tiger claws.
He's a, yeah. Ice Tiger has ice claws, I guess.
Yes.
Or maybe sand traps. Sorry.
No, we are not doing that.
Uh,
Jeg tar ikke på meg tomtemaske.
I know, but he doesn't know that. I tried to have some fun with you. Oh, that sounded so bad, didn't it?
Just get on
This
with
is the game.
Oh, you have no idea how bad it would sound.
I'm Swedish. I'm never bad.
My country would disagree.
Norway always disagrees. That's why they're not in the EU.
Yeah.
They
And,
always say no.
and who's the richest country per capita in Europe?
And who uses the euro?
Neither of us.
Neither.
actually.
Neither does the US though. So yes, well, we have some plastic thingies here that the person that gets the card has to have in his mouth.
I'm gonna have to take out my snooze, don't I?
Yes, you do. Oh, you have Swedish snooze.
All snooze is Swedish.
Of course. I just had to say Swedish. I love saying Swedish.
Swedish match, you know.
Now we have some pause music from Uncle Kage. This is clock. Should we wait until the
I
time?
now know where this game is going.
Do I sound like that?
Yes. I'm not even gonna comment on that. That's not my.
Here are the cards that we're gonna.
Oh, stop that! You're gonna get closed down by the company.
There aren't any.
You're right. We'll get shut down. Sorry.
Do you remember the
Yes!
time we actually had it when
God, for Christ's sake, we had like 6 seconds of music and we got slapped with a copyright violation.
Ted, that was fast.
I mean, we weren't even done the stream.
In the video, I'm still dancing for like 2 minutes with no fucking music.
So how's this work?
There aren't any rules.
Okay, I'm good. I'm down with that. Let's
I'm
keep
just
going.
gonna pop the box upside down and see what it says.
Yeah,
Here's the rules.
Okay, you put it in your mouth and trying to read the card.
Yeah. No, not
It
that.
seems very unsanitary.
Yeah.
It's a
We have
brand new
rules,
game.
it's okay.
Yeah. That's.
And
isn't
it's only 3 of us, so you know,
doesn't
maybe
that,
we can have
Maybe we
extra
could
rules.
use the Swedish fish instead.
The Swedish fish are good, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They say Malaco.
Yeah,
That's the company that makes them.
they are sweet and savory.
And when they crawl around, they're fresh.
Back to the game.
Yes.
Don't eat them.
Let's just read out the rules. Earn cards by successfully guessing phrases. Teams.
The
Does that
individuals.
mean the individuals with the most cards at the end of the game wins? Let's play. When it's your turn, put in your mouthpiece. See, putting in the mouthpiece, right? Nothing else. When you're all ready to go, turn over the sand timer. I guess that's the one. Draw a card from the top of the deck and read it out loud. Your teammates must correctly, the other ones that are playing must correctly guess what you're saying in order to earn the card. Repeat the phrase until your other contestants.
We should have had more people.
We should have one more.
Yes.
Because, you know, team. My boyfriend just left the room, so I think it's out
I
of the game.
don't think he wants to. Is there
Just
something
let
he's gonna
risk.
try to tell you with that?
I don't know. I just think it's tired.
Probably.
You know, the way, you know, I told you that I didn't know about this trip until last Sunday. You didn't know about it until, you know, like
Well,
yesterday.
that is the alcohol's fault, not mine.
Yes, I'm drinking alcohol.
Well, anyway, we'll skip the rules. Just have fun. That is
Now
the
he's
Swedish
talking.
way.
Okay, okay.
Let's
I
just bring
propose-
out some.
I propose this. One of us will put in the mouthpiece and try to eat a card, and the other 2 of us
Should
will
eat the
try
card.
to not eat the card. We'll put the mouthpiece in
Yes.
and draw a card and try to say it, and the other 2 will try to guess it. The first one who guesses
Yes.
it right wins.
Yes, the card. Yes.
We don't have to keep points.
No,
you know, this is just
no.
for fun.
Yeah, true. My
I just wanna
idea
see
is
Kage with
Yeah.
Shit in his mouth.
My idea is you can go into www.kippu.se and then you'll see the event Furoween, and you can send us some money.
What?
And we'll give it to the charity of our choice. I was supposed to say, not our choice. Well, it is our,
chosen by now.
yes, we have. It's called the animal shelter here in
You
Karlstad.
don't have a charity booth?
Yes.
You don't have a charity concert?
No.
With
Well,
Fox
you
and
can
all?
you can always stand up and sing. We have a. Well, anyway,
He knows.
go into that site and send some money, and then after we have played this, I'm gonna ask Uncle Kage to sign this game, and then we're gonna give this to someone that buys these.
You want to say
lottery tickets.
auction? Or
No, it's a lottery ticket.
Lottery tickets? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. So
And we're gonna see who wins that on Sunday. I hope we can send this.
They're
That
worth a
online as
lot.
well.
At home, I have a bottle of what Kage actually wrote on the bottle, a sex brute. It was a sex brute wine, but for some reason that man decided to write sex brute on the thing.
You can have a lot of fun with English.
Right in front of his mother.
She was the one that had the idea.
I know.
So I'm gonna open this now to see how the mouthpieces are looking like. They're kind of hard
I
to
guess
get
it's
out.
like at the dentist, you know.
I think so too. And
Oh, God, it's gonna
I just
show my
heard
teeth.
something about someone said online that they heard, but never mind.
Yeah, they do. I've
Uh,
had braces. What is that?
these kind of look scary.
It's what the dentist uses to show your teeth.
Is it called a cheek retractor?
Yeah, pretty much.
I almost thought you said a sheep retractor.
I think
is
it's
not
called a
an
gum
museum.
retractor, but you know.
There you are. And silver, you get one too. Since we're not gonna share, of course. These are sanitized, I hope. So yes, just gonna try them, see how. Yes, I will if you do.
I'm Karsten.
Oh, look, we can put
Okay,
them
I
down now.
am not putting this in my. I'm going to use Swedish fish. I don't know.
It's pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay.
How do you put? Oh,
They all
the other way around.
God damn it.
Let's say,
Is it like this? Is it the right way in?
Okay.
Not that way. No, you need to
No.
take this.
No.
Don't you understand?
No.
It's the same thing. It's this
Uh,
hand is
No.
Okay,
I'm
know
gonna
you
I'm gonna
two.
look in these cards now to say, I sound awful. I think
I
just
will
like
regret this decision.
well, it's for Yes, I'll give you a card. And now, just here you are. I don't see yours.
Alright.
I think we can take these out if you're gonna say what he says.
yes, I'll take these out so I can. What are you doing?
Do not drink with this.
A tip from the coach: don't drink with these in. Well, I think this is kind of cheating though. But anyway, he is Uncle Kage, so if he puts something else in his mouth, okay, it's fine. That is up to him, not to me. Yeah. Well, anyway, read what it says on the card.
On this card?
Yes.
50 tickets for the flea market days.
50 tickets
For the market, please.
For the flea market.
for the flea market.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a card.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Now what?
50. I win that one.
Oh, yeah, that was all there was to it.
Should we say this is my turn now?
Yeah, sure.
I'll put this in my mouth again. Yes. Ha.
Okay.
I'll take it.
Careful.
Yes. You can take a random card from it. Yes. Let's see.
Okay.
Never.
No. What?
What? No.
No. No. No. No. No. No.
No, just stop. No, never mind.
Just stop right the hell there. What the
Okay, we
fuck? That
gotta-
is not okay.
Never.
And there it goes.
It's got very,
My-
it's very sticky.
I would imagine.
That is.
Okay, I think we got a medical problem over
Yeah.
here.
Medics. Medics.
Oh, fuck.
I think Kage has fused with the Swedish fish.
Hang on, continue.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
okay?
I did. Keep going. Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to put it in my? No. Sorry.
Oh, dear.
God, you're just going
Just-
worse and worse.
Yes,
What
I
kind
know.
of chairman are you?
A Swedish one.
Right.
Okay.
I would get the licorice one, wouldn't
Never.
Stop! Get another card. I have to bring out another card right
I
now.
got it.
We're getting another card.
Give me that fucking card. You know, you're gonna get us killed.
Never.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Another card, please.
You.
Let me pick this one.
Kage
yeah.
takes another card. Yes, yes.
Take them off and pick it.
I don't
Other
see
than
what
that
Kage takes.
word, please. Like words against humanity.
Yes,
words.
yes. Of course. This is fun. Let's see.
I'm inclined
Okay.
to disagree.
Nerseven. Nersil. Och.
You sound Dutch.
Yes. That's how the Dutch language came.
Flying. Chance.
Flying.
Nerseon.
Yes.
Och. Och.
Och.
Och.
Aachen?
No.
No.
Flying.
Flying.
No.
Frying.
Flying.
Right.
Yes. Hands.
Frying pants.
Yes. Lyceum of frying pans.
Lyceum and flying pants.
Museum
Museum.
of frying pans.
That's it. Museum of frying pans.
Hold on. Is it
Not
syrup
yet,
or
not
is
yet.
it
The rat points to
Not
me.
yet.
Okay, I've never
Oh,
seen a
I just-
museum of flying pants.
Me
Me
neither.
neither, but that was the only other word.
yeah,
After
what-
museum
You can see
of
what it says. there.
museum.
Oh,
Read it out.
it says museum of frying pans.
Yeah, what other words?
What the hell kind of game is
What
this?
other word rhymes with museum?
But you won, so I'll take that. I'll put that there. Yes. Now it's your turn.
Oh goodness, give me a card.
Should I or you?
Yeah, you pick the card.
I'll pick a card here in the middle somewhere, and I can look. There you are.
Other side.
Oh god.
Other
damn.
side.
God damn it.
Oh God damn it!
Oh, God
Yes,
damn it.
The other side. Oh, it's the
But I see
same
the
thing.
other side.
You maybe not want to show what it says on the other side. I think it's the same one. It says the same thing on the both sides.
No, it does not.
Oh, okay. Then it's fine. Yes.
It does not. Quirky questions become confusing.
Quirky questions
You
can
can't
get confusing.
Yeah.
become confusing.
Yes.
Yes. The quirky questions become confusing.
Yes.
Oh, Kage won this one.
I get a card. I guess. Now what?
I may have drooled on it.
Yeah.
Well, it's yours. When
I
someone
drooled on
wins
his
this,
entire
they get
house.
this one as
He
well.
doesn't mind.
So it's your turn now.
I am not putting that down
Oh,
to
yes,
my
you
mouth.
got it.
I shall do one of these. Here we go.
Oh no, this is the massari.
Yes.
Oh, I hate those.
Uh,
Intensely.
Oh, I see.
Too much almond.
Okay. Uncle Kage with the masarin in his mouth trying to read.
Tianlong is a little bit grossed out. No clue. No clue. nothing.
My name is Uncle Kage and I'm sitting on Furoween.
Ich bin eine dumme Amerikaner.
My boyfriend is a highly kiwi fruit.
Something into something.
Into something kiwi fruit.
Boyfriend.
Boyfriend.
I think it's putting something into kiwi fruit.
Is a kiwi fruit and it's putting something in it.
No.
No?
It's apparently not a ring at least.
Boyfriend.
Friendly fire! Friendly fire!
I think to just
Is
if we're gonna
disqualified.
continue this, I need some more wine.
No, I am not drunk enough for this. This is better fun. I mean, I've been spit on before. Dude.
You.
Okay, this mess of ring is
What?
fine.
Into a
What fresh hell is this kiwi fruit?
juicy kiwi fruit. Okay. A juicy working.
Working in the juicy kiwi fruit?
Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah,
What does it say?
Biting into juicy kiwi fruit. Close enough. Now.
I get a bit of mazarin on top of it.
Yeah.
Let's see what the other one says.
Scattershot.
Yeah, Tianlong says it's a little grossed out, but
Yeah, that was a horrible idea, you know.
It was your idea. You're gonna pay for it.
I already am.
Seriously.
Faint silver cloud, low food flying everywhere over me. Okay, very
on our knee. Yeah.
Hello. Not every wine stream is like this, ladies and gentlemen. I just want you to know.
Only the ones where I'm involved.
Yes.
and when we are in Sweden.
Scandinavian wine stream, you know.
All the Swedish wine streams are like this.
Apparently.
I need to watch more
All right,
Swedish
who's doing
wine
this next?
streams.
Is it my turn?
Wait.
This was invented by a crazed dentist. I just know it. Quickly. You pick the card.
Should I pick it?
Yeah, you pick the goddamn
It's
card.
I'm gonna pick the card. I got a mustache hair in my mouth.
There's a drop down on Furoween.
That's,
Sorry.
yeah,
fuck
that
you.
sounded really.
Just give him the Don't look at it. Give him the goddamn
I
card.
looked at it.
He's
by-
looking at it.
I'm in poker mode. I looked at it by accident.
Texas?
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay. That's it. What does this card say?
What does this card say?
The man in the no.
Are we going back to nigger?
Yes!
We're not an American, we can say it.
I have no idea what's going on. I was kidnapped here. Continue reading this card.
I take it one word at a time.
I take it one word at a time. I win. Give me the
No,
card.
no, no, no.
Oh.
The
The
man
man
in
in
the
the
melon.
Moon.
melon.
Moon.
None.
Moon, yes.
Nerd.
None.
Nürnberg.
Man in the nerd.
We're going back to the Nazis now. The
Nerd.
Nürnberg trials.
Man in the moon.
None.
Man in the moon.
You say you too.
The man in the moon.
Does
None.
the man in the moon me?
Yes.
I like it. That works. Is that what it says?
The man in the moon me.
Oh my God. Okay.
I think Silver is on his way to win this game.
So
I
what now?
think it's your turn.
I never win the games.
Well, you're on your way now.
Someone give me a
There's
stop.
not a winner.
Time's up.
Huh?
Oh, we forgot the time's up.
No.
Screw the time. I feel like I'm neglected.
You are. Tianlong says, I'm not trying to recite Monty Python with a tumor cat in my maw.
Huh?
That's good. Thank you.
That means something in my language. Don't try to understand.
I just, well, I don't.
I know what it means, but like, really, is that what it means?
No.
I actually think you're having it on the wrong side. You have
I
time.
don't give a shit.
Not me neither, but
You
Just-
understood that one, didn't you?
of course,
Ah.
I'm Swedish. I
You know, in
everything.
1848, 3 British sailors were buried in the ice in an island up the
That's
Arctic
too
Circle
away.
in Canada.
I'm not picking that
I
up.
ain't touching that shit.
Me neither. That is totally up to you. I have a party.
All right. Okay. Give me the box. Give me the box. Give me the box. Oh.
Aww.
Don't eat the rat.
Is that some really kind of American fellatio?
Oh.
You're scaring Ratty.
Aw, he's having his paws.
Don't worry, he's not chewing, he's only licking.
No, he's making out.
It's basically softcore porn for you. There we go.
How can? Orange?
I can Grand
Oh.
Canyon.
How can I have orange fur?
How
Pumpkins.
Donald Trump.
pumpkins have orange fur?
Donald Trump.
What does it say?
Falcons have
Yeah,
orange
Donald
fur.
Trump. That's what he said.
Uh,
Somebody
close
had it out
enough,
there. I
close
heard.
enough, close enough.
Close enough.
It is your turn now.
My turn?
Yes,
No,
you,
cheater.
you
Yeah.
dropped it. In a sense, I was on my way to say cats don't have rats in their mouth, but
Dude, cats.
yes, I said, well, I did say it, didn't
The
I?
thing is, if you put that in your mouth, I'm not gonna have to because, you know, that's gross.
Well, isn't that good that you don't have the same things I have in my mouth in your mouth?
I don't got a lot of time left before I die, gents. Let's finish this game.
Yes,
shall
let's
we?
let's give him a card anyway to see what. Which is
Magical
magical
broomstick.
Broomstick. Witch's magical broomstick.
That was easy.
I think you cheat with your stuff.
Really?
Why? It shows.
Well, the thing is, he was teaching me some Norwegian, so
You understand me?
I can tell you a funny
This
story
looks
about
like a
Norway if you
bitch.
don't know, by the way.
Did you
My
use the
good
mouthpiece?
people. They have 2 languages in Norway. It's the new version or the book version.
Fuck the new version.
Am I not right?
You're right.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say fuck the new
Yes.
version.
Well, that is, I guess, Norway for you.
You're
They don't
forgetting
decide
Sami.
which language.
Huh?
You're quite cool now, aren't you?
What?
I'm just gonna. Oh, that was alcohol misused again.
This is why you are between me and him.
Whoa, whoa. You sounded like the Swedish chef now.
Not in a good way.
What? I'm getting a toothache now. But please don't get a brain freeze. Bosses? Love. Free. Donuts.
Booze.
I've seen that on YouTube.
What was it? What?
Bosses love 3.
I didn't
Go
even have
nuts.
to say it. That's
And you cheated by
You cheated.
you motherfucker.
I'm sorry. I
The
spend
Swedes
my
always
time
cheat.
watching
1905,
YouTube.
you but sorry, 1814, yes.
It's not E65. Sorry.
1814, you bitch.
There was something frozen in that ice. I don't know what.
Why?
I think
But
it was
you
meant for
sounded-
consumption.
But you really
Crap,
sound
I forgot my drinking
I'm sure
horn.
it sounded Swedish.
I forgot my drinking horn. Fuck.
Yeah, well, we have one of our staff that said, "Oh fuck, I forgot my squid." So
Yes, I heard that myself. I heard
Yes.
that phrase.
that's kind of funny.
That is
Let's
not
see.
the weirdest thing I've heard in a con at, actually.
Let's see if there's any questions.
Please tell me there are.
Much borking is going on. Bjork.
And umlaut.
Bjork is from Iceland, not from Sweden. Just clarifying.
Yeah, but
that.
they kind of just, this
You're
generalized
from the same
Scandinavian
Yeah,
language.
yeah. We could start to speak Swedish with this. Oh, I could
It would
anyway.
sound.
You could. I would sound like Danish. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't
You
that
can
sound kind
say
of fun?
a number and Uncle Kage can guess it with it.
Okay, I'll say a number in Swedish.
Something
Sounds
which is
like a
twisted.
My hovercraft is full of eels. That's what I said.
The tongue twister.
But that, yeah. As I don't know if you heard that earlier, but Kage put a rat on my hat. And that is almost like a tongue twister though. I'll try that one. Okay. The one that Kage said.
A rat and a hat.
A rat in a hat.
On a hat.
On a hat. A rat on a hat.
On the hat and hat.
I just got an idea. Yeah.
I didn't say that. Hilde Handaraya.
Okay.
I just read it yesterday. Winston Churchill. Hilde Handaraya. Or is it just gonna go?
He's trying to quote Winston Churchill, but I can't quite get the accent just a little thin.
They will take our lands that are nil take our freedom.
That's not Winston Churchill.
It is not. No,
Is his
I
tooth
didn't
falling
say
out?
that.
I think
His
it's
tooth is
number-
falling out.
No, that's not.
It's not.
The snuff is falling out. Oh, I thought it was a tooth. I'm like, oh my god.
You think my teeth are that brown? Goodness.
It's
No.
right.
Brush your teeth, man.
I do every night. But you know.
Okay.
I know booze.
I'll take a fuck
Motherfucker.
up. I don't
Is there
really
even
know.
meat in that
It's-
thing?
I don't know. It's,
Okay, that meat is
paramount.
full, and that I would like to have that in my story hour tomorrow, if that's all right.
Yes.
Can I bother you with the story hour?
Sure. But you know the story.
I'm so glad I'm not in England anymore because that would mean something completely different.
Rated hard.
Okay.
I just asked him if I could bugger him during this story hour. If I were in Scotland like I
don't-
was last week, that would mean
I
something
don't
completely different.
have to say that.
Huh?
I don't know. Okay. No.
I'm not drunk enough.
All right, go ahead.
Milk.
Why anyone have any refill?
Yeah, go on.
You're
You're
behind.
behind.
Round.
Now.
Round.
Now. Now.
Round.
Now.
God?
Round.
Movie behind Brown Bear.
So
Yes.
what?
He knew it. Is what I
Because
said.
he's holding the frickin' card where I can see it.
Really?
All right. I
Okay.
don't know about you two guys, but I'm flagging. Maybe my jet lag is catching up to me, and I'm starting to get kind of weary.
It doesn't feel good, does it?
Now I know what you were bitching about when you came to visit me.
What?
Exactly.
This game that we just played is
It's over, thank God.
Well, yes, we can say it's over. We had some fun with it. Didn't really know how the rules work, but
Schmoes.
Uncle Kage will probably or hopefully sign it and will
Give
sell
me now,
tickets.
for God's sake.
Someone give him a
have
Sharpie.
pen. Oh, you have a pen.
Dude, I'm a scientist.
He always have a Sharpie.
Hey, the Sharpie's in the room.
Yeah, well,
In front of the table, Jay. In front of the table.
well but yeah, we'll do that on the front then. Here is the box front. He will now sign it since he's almost paid it. We'll put it here and we'll sell tickets to the lottery on Kipu,
That's where I bought my tickets.
www.kippu.se.
That is so easy.
Oh,
That is a Sharpie.
some threw a pen at me. That's
Yeah.
ah,
Throw it back.
but I don't know who.
I know who is
Someone
ducking.
is ducking. Yes, I think it was. Oh, sorry, it wasn't
I
me.
suck.
That was your boyfriend. Sir. No, sorry.
Yeah.
He's
He's used to me throwing things at him.
oh, I was for something else. Never mind. Uncle Kage has now signed it and will sell tickets on the Kipu site and will give it to some lucky winner on Sunday.
When on Sunday?
When? It's on our closing ceremony, and as we are a con that keeps our promises and all our activities are on time.
Fuck you.
Almost. So I'll ask my colleague here that is on not on but behind the computers. I really don't think I want to read what it says there, but Ice Tiger here will tell me what time is our closing ceremony.
14.
It's at 1400 hours Swedish time.
I signed the front of it.
I
Let's
didn't
see.
even watch the front.
It is better with that in your mouth. Well,
The back is even more fun. If you want to see what's on the back of it,
You have
you're gonna have to buy
it. Yeah. This is an exclusive Furoween only game. Well, yeah.
Oh, that's scary enough.
And, well, I could say cheers.
playing the
Now,
song of my people.
I could say that every ticket costs 50 crowns, Swedish crowns, that is. And yeah, well,
48 Norwegian crowns.
or one Danish. No, I don't know whatever.
No, that's like 40 Danish.
Or something. Or
Currency
two
in
beers.
Scandinavia.
2 beers in Norway.
Yeah, no,
Denmark.
no,
2 beers in
No,
Norway.
sorry.
Oh goodness, no.
No, it's
One beer
half.
one beer in Denmark is like 1.5 beer in Norway. So is Sweden, which is like 3 beers in Norway.
We're
Oh,
talking
no.
about the conversion rate of alcoholic beverages.
Isn't this fun?
I think you two have had enough. Come
No,
on.
I don't think so. This is just the beginning of.
You don't have the authority to cut us off right now.
Oh, I don't have the authority?
Not your con. Not your country, not
Yeah,
your
but I've got
continent, not your-
200 attendees for every one of his.
I just.
Sure, but I know shit.
I can just
Yes,
say
you do. You know shit.
Sure, just.
I don't know shit,
quiet.
but I know
No,
shit.
please be quiet, Silver, now, because this
Sisters
is
to
my
two.
con. And oh, look, here's more booze.
This is my man.
I'm sorry, I just.
Might be your con, this is my man.
Yes.
The barber shop is there.
We didn't get
Yes.
any more, did we?
Thanks, Iggy.
I'm done. Let's. I
Yeah,
gotta.
but yeah. Well, anyway, I just forgot what I was supposed to say.
You're supposed to say thank you all for being here. It's wonderful.
Yes,
Thank you,
of
thanks
course.
to my wonderful guests. We're gonna let the guests go to bed now because he's tired and cranky.
And you are welcome to go, Silver. We will continue here. No, sorry. No, of course not. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
the music,
Yeah.
for watching.
I will invade your stage tomorrow, you know that.
That's why I had 3 chairs here.
Good.
It
Because,
was
like,
my
I,
plan.
I didn't come here just to sit here right now. I came here to sit at this stage whenever this stage is occupied by people.
In that case, I probably just should get a bed to put here on stage then.
Yeah.
So we can sleep here.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Sorry.
Uh,
Move on, move on.
no,
I
we
did
didn't
not
say
say that.
anything.
No, no.
And
Move on.
thank you so much for watching. This is Furoween, and I am Jay the Cat. I'm
Wait,
Sharon.
wait. One, I need one thing. It's a wine stream.
Yes, this is Furoween's Winestream featuring Uncle Kage from
Before I
the
go.
US.
Before I go.
No, this is the wine show featuring Jay and Silver from the Scandinavian Peninsula.
What he said. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. We'll see if we can have some live stream tomorrow as well when Kage has his story hour. I just say maybe.
Let's see what
People don't want to
it's
see that
just
shit.
like
Next year, I want to see you everyone here in Sweden and Karlstad.
Because we're not going to stream it. You have to be here.
Yes.
it's not difficult. Just take the plane to Oslo, visit me, buy me booze, and then we will take the train to Karlstad together.
And then you'll meet me, the cat in a hat. And maybe Kage, we'll see. We haven't decided yet.
See, I
if
don't
we
know if
want it.
I've been invited.
If you invite him,
You
he
have
will
been
come.
invited.
Okay.
So, okay. Should we look in the calendar to see if we can make a convention next year? We'll see.
Let's wait till we're sober.
Yeah,
Good idea.
maybe someday. Or some other day. Is that what you Americans call a cliffhanger?
Yes. Tune in
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Thank you so much
See
for
you
watching.
tomorrow for
And
the
thank you
exciting
everyone that's
conclusion.
been here and watching us getting drunk.
Yes, thank you.
Cheers to
Come back.
everyone.
Come back
Yeah.
tomorrow. At least the one behind the camera. Come back tomorrow.
All right, kill that camera shit. All right, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not only coming from across the sea, I'm also very old. It's bedtime for old guys. Unless the rat wants to go with me. Hi, what you got? Oh, it's a menu.
Oh, he wants to know which wine you want.
I'm done for the night, but I'm going to have this tomorrow, if that's all right.
I see the camera still
Will
on,
they
so I
share-
say
will they
cheers
share- will they
and
share it?
good night.
Only with Scandinavians.
That I don't think there's anyone but Scandinavians here.
What am I, chopped liver? Wait a minute,
Sometimes,
There's a Brit here masquerading as a Viking.
Bye.